broadcasting from Glen Baptist Church in the heart of Glen St. Mary, Florida. You're listening to 97.5 WFBB, the beacon of Baker County.
I'm feeling so small. I'm standing here weeping as I'm coming clean of the secrets I'm keeping. 'Cause I've caused so much pain to the ones I love the most, and I'm falling apart as I carry my heart to your throne. I am completely surrendering, finally giving you everything. You're my redeemer. I run to the cross because you are more than enough. Lord, come
High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football. Come on.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Friday Night Lights edition here from Memorial Stadium, downtown McClinic, Florida. Side of tonight's high school football action between the visiting First Coast Buccaneers and the hometown Baker County Wildcats. I'm Mike Cruz, joined as always by my partner Kyle Davis, and we're set to bring you all the action 2025 Baker County High School football right here on WFBB 97.5 FM, broadcasting proudly from Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. Kyle, beautiful night for football here. The wind's gusting just a little bit from the east, and I'd say we're at least in the low 80s, if not the 70s tonight. What a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, Mike, feels good. We ate lunch today. I kind of told you every morning I'm waking up and walking outside. It's in the 60s, low 60s. Fall's on the way, man.
Fall is on the way. Wildcat captains and First Coast captains on the field for the coin toss. Captains for First Coast tonight, number 55, offensive guard Reed Hawkins, defensive lineman number 57, Torian Williams, and defensive tackle number 63, Cameron Simmons. And those guys, two seniors and a sophomore. The Wildcat captains on the field tonight, number 61, Fisher Taylor, number 54, Anthony Williams, and number 6, the quarterback for the Wildcats, Hudson Register. Kyle, the Wildcats win the toss. They elect to receive the football tonight. So the Wildcats will get the football, and they will move right to left across your radio dial tonight as we get set for First Coast. First Coast comes in tonight's ball game after a week off. They had a bye last week. They're 1-1 on the season. They lost to Coy Creek in a shutout early in the year, coming off a win in their last ball game. The Wildcats 1-2 on the season. We went to Bradford week 1, took a loss there. Week 2, Chiefland got a win against Chiefland, a much-needed win for the Cats. And then last week here at home, the tough one against Ponte Vedra. So the Wildcats come in losing 2 of 3 here tonight, really want to get healthy and get some continuity going with this team because next week, Kyle, starts the season off in earnest. We've been talking about the district season. Well, next week it starts. We go to Baldwin in the 5th game of the year next year. 5th game of the season, if you can believe it already, next week at Baldwin, and that'll open up district contests. So what are you looking for out of these Cats tonight playing a First Coast team that, you know, basically coming off a week, these guys are hungry, they're ready to play. You know they want to come out here in Baker County and prove something. What do you got?
Yeah, I think First Coast is going to come out here and play hard tonight. They got athletes tonight. I think they're going to play backyard football. I don't think they're coached very well. So if our guys, I want to see our team come out and play with composure. Hey, dominate both lines of scrimmages and make plays. We need big plays on offense. This offense needs something to get them going. And I think tonight's one of them nights where maybe you can find your identity on offense. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing hard. We've had one bad quarter all year.
Yeah.
And I think you just keep playing hard. That's what you want to see out of the Wildcats tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep playing hard. You got to find some. Here's the thing, and I was talking about this before the game on the field with Greg Harrison, and one of the things that you look at, Kyle, we've got to find some playmakers.
Yeah.
And they're on the field. We've got some guys that can make plays for this Wildcat football team. The problem's been getting the ball in the hands of the guys that we know can make the plays. And listen. This is a young, what we call it, people overuse the term, but it's a rebuilding term, whatever you want to call it. But, this is one of those years for the Cats. So they got some growing pains they're going to go through. But at the end of the day, man, you got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers on offense, and the offense has got to start moving with some tempo. And these are things we've talked about in the first couple of weeks. I want to see some of that development tonight. I know you do, too.
Yeah, that's the lack of what we've seen so far. I think, and to be honest with you, Mike, it's the coach's job. So you got to figure out a way to get the guys that's going to make plays the ball. And I don't think we've done a great job this year so far at that, and I'm sure that was a big point of emphasis this week at practice.
Yeah, I totally agree. Play with some tempo, play with some urgency, cut out some of the penalties. The penalties have been tough on the Cats. We got a big win against Chiefland on the road that night, but there were, hey, we got a lot of breaks in that game too. So Wildcats need to come out and show that they can kind of more or less dominate an opponent from the start to finish, and then let's take that same attitude over to Baldwin next week, and let's start this second half of the season on the right foot.
There you go. We're going to get the ball tonight. We're going to see this Wildcat offense right off the bat.
Wildcats come out tonight dressed in all red. They've got the red pants with the red jerseys trimmed in white numerals with the white helmets with the Cats logo. First Coast Buccaneers in their traditional white road uniforms, the white pants, the white jerseys trimmed in black numerals with the royal blue helmets. First Coast Buccaneers coming to us from the north side of Jacksonville. And we're getting set to kick this thing off. Wildcats have two guys back deep. Taylor is to the left, and Ruiz is to the right. Ball's going to come down. Ruiz is going to come up to the 20-yard line, pick it up there. Ruiz is on the run. He had a little bit of a crease, and he's going to get out to the 30-yard line, and the Wildcat offense will take the ball from the 30.
Yep, I think this is a big possession, Mike, to kind of set the tone tonight for this Wildcat offense. Let's get out here, make some first downs, move the ball a little bit, and see if we can put this first drive in the end zone.
Hey, Kyle, what's going on in the area, man? Where's the fans at?
It's dead tonight. I noticed that walking up. Did you notice the same thing?
Yeah, man.
It's kind of a dead night. Let's see if we can, do something on offense to get them loud anyway.
I mean, there's only 5 nights a year that you can come to a Wildcat home game, and, I see people on Facebook selling their tickets. I'm like, why don't you come to the football game?
Yep, I agree. I think it's been bad the whole night tonight. I walked up here, I was watching the crowd as I was walking in, and it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere.
Well, hopefully the Cats will give us something to cheer about. Here we go. First down play. Register takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to try to run it around the right side, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down. Looked almost like a little bit of mix-up between Register and Hudson Hodges.
Yeah, I think it was. You got Hudson Hodges at running back tonight, starting tonight, first time all year, Mike, and it's probably just a communication issue between them two back there.
Receiver to the left side on the formation is going to be Keldon Dupree. Keldon, just a freshman on this football team. Now he's going to rotate back to the right. Rhett Roden and, my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. Number 4, Jaron Mintz over here is on the far corner. Here we go. Handoff straight middle. Hudson Hodges has got it, and Hodges is going to run up the middle out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. So the Cats are going to face a 3rd and 6 on the first possession.
Yep, huge third down. You want to move the chains here big time for this Wildcat offense to get some confidence.
Yeah, you definitely do. And the Wildcats came out to get the ball first on the night. And when you take the ball first with your offense, you want to do something with the football. Yeah. Third down play, third down, call it 6 for the Wildcats. Register in the shotgun. Correction, that was Givens, number 4. Handoff straight middle, and this is going to be Hodges again, and Hodges fights his way out to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37, but still short, and the Wildcats quickly send the punt formation on the team.
Yep, not a good first drive for the Wildcats. We're trying to run it at them, and right now we're not winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. So, we're going to have to come out and play defense and get a stop again.
Senior wide receiver Jalen Pollard will drop deep for the punt for First Coast, and Brock Boatwright stands at his 22-yard line to kick this one away. Boatwright gets a good foot into it, a great spiral kick, and it's going to go over Pollard's head. He has to retreat to the 17-yard line. He's going to bring it back to the 25 out across the 30-yard line. So Pollard does a great job as the return man for the Buccaneers to make something positive, but a great kick from Brock Boatwright.
Yeah, Boatwright completely. He outkicked the guys. They wasn't near. They'll be back further next time. Great play by Jake Lee on the sideline over here running the guy out of bounds.
Yeah, Pollard went back all the way to around the 17-yard line to get that thing, and he brought it back to the 33. He showed good speed on that return, Kyle, about a 16-yard return.
Yep, from what I've heard this week, Matt, number 7 is your guy to watch. He's playing quarterback for First Coast tonight. His name is Tony Kennedy, and they say he can do it all. So let's make sure we keep our eyes on him.
Kennedy's going to line up in the shotgun formation. He's got the green shoes on, Kyle. You can't miss him. He's got the highlighter color green shoes, and number 10 is Aiden Coates, and he's the running back. He's 5'9", junior, stands alongside the quarterback. They send a man in motion. That's Pollard. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. Kennedy going to look deep down the field. They're going deep on the first play, and he's got a man wide open, and he's going to make the catch out across the 25 of the Wildcats and into the 22. And Keldon Dupree had to make the tackle, and they're going to get a first down and more down to the Wildcat 21 as they took a home run shot
On play number 1, 88, Casey Cruz got held. It was obvious. He almost got tackled. Hey, we still can't let guys behind us in the secondary, though. That's not a good start for the Wildcat defense. 4-man front for the Cats across the front. You've got Thrift, Williams, Foy, and Cruz along that front line for the Wildcats. Number 7, Tony Kennedy, the quarterback, from the 21 of the Cats. Kennedy takes the snap, going to hand it off this time straight ahead, and your guy that you just called, Cruz, is right in the hole to make the tackle for a loss or no gain right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down. Yeah, great play by Casey Cruz there. He didn't get held that time. He makes a big play in the hole. Casey Cruz got off his block that time, makes the tackle on the running back. That's Coates. Looks like you're going to get a heavy dose of Kennedy and Coates in the backfield, and a 4-receiver set is what the Buccaneers are running. 8:51 to go. Game just underway. No score from Memorial Stadium in downtown McClenny, Florida. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis bringing you all the action tonight. Baker County Wildcat football. Here we go. Coates alongside Kennedy. They send Pollard in motion again. Kennedy takes the snap. He's going to look to his right, going to throw it. He's got a receiver along the sideline. It's going to be a first down and more. The Wildcats ripped his helmet off. Landers makes the tackle, but ripped his helmet off. That's going to be a flag. And the ball marked out of bounds at the 7. You know, in college football, Kyle, when the guy keeps playing after his helmet gets pulled off, then he's going to get illegal participation on that. But if Landers grabbed his face mask in the process of doing it, we just got to see what they're going to call here. Yep, I don't know if they're calling running without the helmet or face mask to take the helmet off, Mike. It's going to be a big call here, though, because it's either going to back them up or they're going to be inside our 5-yard line. Yeah, Kennedy found the receiver on the Wildcat sideline. He got down to the 7-yard line where it'll be first and goal. Personal foul is going to go against face mask against the Wildcats, so that's what they called. They said he grabbed his face mask to pull his helmet off, so that's going to be half the distance. So First Coast has completed 2 passes on this drive, Kyle, both of them big, and this time half the distance is going to put them about the 3-yard line for a first and goal against this Wildcat defense with 8:23 to go here early in the first quarter. Yeah. Once again, Mike, it's probably the same thing they watched on tape last week. We're playing soft covers out here 10 yards off the ball. They're going to throw a 3-yard hitch, and we come up and try to make a tackle and grab a face mask. And now they're going to mark the football back an incomplete pass. What? I have no idea what just happened. They're calling offsetting penalties, so they must have called the receiver running after the play with the helmet, Kyle, and I hate that rule, by the way. The offensive guy has no idea. He just wants to keep finishing the play. I don't know. I'm not sure. They call offsetting penalties. They bring it back to the 20. We're just going to do the whole thing over like nothing ever happened. It works for me, Matt. We're way better off from the 20 than the 5. Second down 9 from the 20. Kennedy in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his left. Kennedy just straight run this time. He's trying to get the corner. He's not going to get there. The Wildcats' Taz Kinghorn is on the spot, and Kinghorn turns him around, and it's going to be a loss on the play for the Buccaneer quarterback. That's a great play by Taz Kinghorn. Takes on a block on the outside of the edge, Mike, and runs through the blocker to make the play. Huge play by Kinghorn. The helmets must not be strapped on tight tonight. If one of the Wildcats loses his helmet, he's going to have to come off the field for a play. Fisher Taylor, one of the captains of the game tonight, senior 6'2" guy out there, lost his helmet. He's coming over to the sideline. He'll go back in after one play. Now, third down and 11. First Coast thought they were going to have a first and goal inside the 5-yard line. Now they face third and 11 from the Wildcat 22. Yep, huge play. Kennedy's going to split 2 receivers to the right. He's got a different back in the backfield. This is Braden Hart. Kennedy with the green shoes. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires one to the corner of the end zone. He's got a man over there. A catch is incomplete. Went through his hands. He had a step over there on the side. Kyle, it was actually a really good throw, but it goes through the hands of the receiver. It'll be fourth down. Yep, he was open, Mike. It should have been a touchdown. The guy drops the ball. That was just a straight corner route from the receiver on the far sideline. And you're right. That looked a lot like the Florida tight end last week going to the end zone against South Florida and just forgot to take the football with him. Yep. Well, they're going for it, Mike. Did you see any kicking going on before the game? Or? Well, I watched Brock Boatwright warm up the night before the game, and Boatwright was making field goals going this way, 50 yards, Kyle. He was kicking the ball well tonight. Now, a little bit of a breeze from the right side, but not that much, and he was kicking the ball 50 plus tonight easily. But I don't know about First Coast. Going after and get him now.
Kennedy going to run it to the left side, and he's going to dance his way all the way to a first down as he gets down the left sideline over there, and Kennedy is going to make a First Coast first down at the Wildcat 8. That was just a straight scramble play. He dropped back to throw, couldn't find anybody, took off down the far sideline, so now it will be first and goal for First Coast.
Yeah, these defenders have got to learn how to get off the field on third down, man. We're giving up the edge, giving up contain on
that was fourth down.
Our fourth down, and you cannot give up them kind of plays and win football games.
Now, fourth down plays, you got to get them off the field. They needed 11 yards there, and he scrambled for about 13. Kennedy now, two blockers in the backfield with him from the 8-yard line. Kennedy from the Wildcat 8. Calls for the football, handoff straight ahead. The running back's going to get hit right in the hole there. Keldon Dupree, among other Wildcats, Foy is there with others, and they'll push him back. No gain on the play.
Yep. This is a huge defensive stand for this Wildcat team right here. You know it. It hurts you giving up a big fourth down play. I say you still got to stop. You got to stop and make. You got the ball at the 8-yard line right here, and it's a huge stop if we can get it made.
Second down and goal. 6:55 to go here in the first quarter. No score from Memorial Stadium. The Wildcats had the ball to open the game, and we punted it 3 plays into the ball game. And First Coast is driven from their 33-yard line down to the Wildcat 8. That's where they've got it now. Second down and goal. They've got 3 receivers to the high side of the field. Kennedy's looking that way. Now he's going to run it to the right. He was looking to the left, runs back to the right, and Jamarian Foy and Grayson Thrift clogged the hole, and he's not going anywhere. It's going to be third down.
Yeah, it brings up another big third down. Great play by Foy and Thrift right there. They just blew up the line of scrimmage and made a great play on the 7, the quarterback.
Third down and goal coming up for the Wildcats. For the Buccaneers at the Wildcat 10-yard line. So they had it first and goal at the 8, Kyle. They've lost 2 yards back to the 10-yard line.
Yep. I would look for 7 to throw the ball here, Mike. We got to be careful.
Now they're going to have to throw it here. They tried to run twice here, first and second down. They're going to look to the left here to these 3 receivers. That's what my guess is. They're going to roll Kennedy to the left here, Kyle. Let's see.
Yeah, we got 2 guys on 3 out here. 0 needs to get over.
Third down and goal. Kennedy now with 13 in the backfield. That's Braden Hart. Kennedy calls for the football, rolls to his left. He was going to throw it that way, but we're going to get a flag, delay a game. And First Coast, after they got it first and goal at the 8-yard line, has gone backwards. Kyle, delay a game is going to move them all the way to the 15-yard line.
Yep. First Coast is shooting herself in their own foot right now. Hey, we'll take anything we can get there, Mike.
Well, Kyle, as we sit here on September 12th, 2025, we are officially deep into football season now. NFL started, college football started, and high school football is in week 4.
Big games tonight in high school football, Mike.
Can't ask for a better night. Third down, here we go. Third down, goal to go. Kennedy's under heavy pressure, fires one to the end zone, and that ball's going to fall incomplete. Taz Kinghorn came on the safety blitz that time and got a good lick on Kennedy as he threw it, and now you would think if they have a kicker that can kick one, we'll find out. They will send out the kick team.
Yeah, number 3, Bo Thomas, had a great chance for a pick there. I think he mistimed his jump. He jumped and then lost his foot, but it should have been a picked off ball for the Wildcats.
So let's see. We've got the ball's going to be spotted from the 22-yard line on the right hash. Number 83 for First Coast is in the game, and he looks like a left-footed kicker, Kyle.
Yes, he is.
Tyler Jones is listed as 6'4", 185. He's a big kid. It's going to be a 32-yard attempt from the right hash.
Big kick and a big kick right here, Mike. Let's see if we can block it.
The snap is down. The kick is on the way, and it's got no chance. That kick was only about a 23-yard kick. It needed to be 33. I don't know if anybody got their hands on it or if he just missed it.
He just missed it. It never had a chance. I don't know if he'll kick again all night. But after watching that, Mike, it's a great start for the Wildcat defense right here.
Hey, hang on a second now. From 23 yards, it would have gotten there.
Not a maybe. Maybe.
I'm not making fun, believe me. That was just the kick no good. Here we go, 5:24 to go. Let's send it back to the station. You're listening to Wildcat Football here. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. No score between the Wildcats and the Buccaneers. We'll be back after this message on 97.5 WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, But in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
5:24 to go in the first quarter. Coming to you live from downtown McClenny, Florida, Memorial Stadium. Mike Cruz and Kyle Davis bringing you all the Wildcat football action 2025. First down and 15 after a false start penalty for the Cats. Register's going to hand it off to Hudson Hodges. He's running to the left side, and Hodges can't get back the 5 yards they lost on the false start penalty. He'll get about one. It'll be second down and 14.
Yep, that's what you want to do, Mike. You got a pre-snap penalty, then you lose 4 yards on the run, and you set yourself up behind the chains. It's hard to be successful if you can't get yards on first down.
Yeah, and it wasn't really close, Kyle. I mean, we had 3 guys on the left side of the offensive line that took off before the snap. So just, again, some lack of rhythm for this Wildcat offense. Second down, call it 14. Register in the shotgun. He's going to split 2 receivers, one left, one right. Now Register just going to call his own number, run straight ahead. He's going to get it out to the 20-yard line. That's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be a third down coming up for the Cats, 3rd and 10.
Big 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. We're still trying to get our first down tonight. We've got to draw up something here. I think you're going to have to open this. You got to open this up a little bit. You got to show you can pass the football to open up the run game. I think it's time right now. Let's take a shot.
Rhett Roden's going to roll to the right side of the field. Givens up there with him, number 4, and Keldon Dupree this side. 3 receivers set for the Cats. Hudson Hodges in the backfield. Third down, 10. Register looks for the ball, calls the ball, rolls to his right. Register throws underneath. He's got a catch made by Hodges. Hodges running hard with it. He's going to get to the 24, maybe the 25, and he's going to be 5 yards short of the first down. He gets thrown down after the play, but they're going to throw no flag there. It'll be 4th down. The Cats have to punt it away. Kyle, they've run 6 offensive plays, no first down.
Yep. Anyway, I'll be honest with you, I think we're being way too conservative on offense right now. Throw the ball down the field. You got athletes out there. You got Rhett Roden. You got Givens. You got Dupree. You know they can make plays. Throw the ball to them. Give them a chance to do something.
Well, not just that. You know, that play call, not a bad play call right there, but I'd like to see that play call on first or second down.
Yeah, give me 5 yards on first down.
High punt by Boatwright. Another good kick for him. The return man, Pollard's going to get it back to the 42-yard line. Better coverage this time by the Wildcats special teams as they help their punter, Brock Boatwright, out there. What a great punt by Boatwright. The first one, he got a good spiral, and he kicked it a long way on a line drive. This one, he got way high in the air and forces Pollard to a short return this time. So nice job by Boatwright.
No doubt Boatwright's been the player of the game tonight so far, Mike. Great play by Taz Kinghorn right there on special teams. Comes down hard, makes a good tackle.
Yeah, for sure. Taz Kinghorn plays hard each and every week, each and every play, and he's going to line up tonight right there in that outside linebacker position here right in front of us along the 47-yard line wearing number 13. Landers, Taylor, Rhett Roden, among others on the back end here for the Wildcats. Here we go, first down and 10 for First Coast. From the 43-yard line, they're going to run it straight ahead. The running back this time is Hart. He's going to get it out across the 45-yard line, a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, great play by 56 right there. Great. I think that's going to be Thrift, Grayson Thrift.
Thrift made a couple of tackles early on tonight. Now you're looking at second down, call it 7 for the First Coast Buccaneer offense. They marked him right at the 45-yard line. So 3 receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Kennedy calls for the ball. They're going to run it again, trying to impose their will on this Wildcat team as they're going to run this thing with Coates straight ahead, and Coates picks up almost 5 yards out to midfield.
Yep, huge 3rd and 3 right here, Matt. Another tackle by Kinghorn. He got too much right there. We got to make a stop here.
Yeah, I mean, with the offense that First Coast runs, they may be thinking, 4-down territory here, Kyle, so they got a couple plays to make 4 yards here, 3 yards.
Yep.
Third down, call it 3. 2:17 to go in the first quarter. They'll send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Coates in the backfield along with Kennedy. Kennedy calls for the football, takes the snap. He's going to throw this time. It's going to be batted down and intercepted at the line of scrimmage. At the line of scrimmage, what a play by the Wildcats, Hudson Hodges. Hudson Hodges went up. I thought he was just going to bat the football away, but he takes it away in the air as they were just trying to throw a quick slant to the right side, and the Wildcats are going to get the turnover.
You won't see a better play tonight in high school football than what Hudson Hodges just made. I guarantee you turn on Channel 4 tonight, Mike, that's going to be on Channel 4 tonight. That's bats the ball down and then picks it off. Great play by Hodges, one of your biggest playmakers on this football team.
I agree with you on that. Not only did he bat away the third down pass, but he took it in the air.
And he changed field position. We finally got on our side, Mike. We haven't been able to do that on offense. Let's make a big play. Take a shot here.
First turnover of the night goes to the Wildcats. The Wildcats 1-2 on the season, trying to get another win here tonight before we open up district play for the Wildcats next week at Baldwin. First down play, register in the gun. 1:58 to go. They're going to hand it off to Ruiz. Ruiz lowers his shoulder, gets hit around the 38-yard line to the 33. He picks up about 3 yards. I said the 38. It was really the 33. So Ruiz picks up 3 on first down.
I'll take it, Matt. Positive yards on first down.
Positive yards on first down you got to have. You can't get the penalties, go to 1st and 15. This time the Wildcats pick up 3, and you're right. You really change field position with that turnover and interception. So the Cats need to do something with it, Kyle.
You absolutely got to take advantage of what just happened. Everything's so slow.
Tempo. I'm looking for tempo. Second down play, second down and 7. Register going to hand it off again to Ruiz, and Ruiz just runs hard into the middle of the line, and Ruiz is still pulling defenders all the way down to the 28-yard line. They'll give him the 27.5, so he's going to be third down and about 1.
Yep, good run by Ruiz right here. That's tough. He got hit right when he got the ball, and he just carried guys with him.
Good run that time. Twice now they hand the ball to Ruiz, and he's running hard tonight. Number 1 for this Wildcat football team. Trying to pick up our first down of the night here on third down. Call it third down and 1, and you're going to get a timeout on the field.
Yep. I tell you, Matt, 3rd and 1, you know you're probably going for it here. I think I'll take a shot if I got one-on-one with Rhett Rode and our Hudson Hodges out here. One of the two, even Dupree up top. And I think you got it. You got it with Dupree up top if you want to take a shot.
45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Going to hand the ball off to Ruiz. He's going to get the Wildcat first down as we get our first down of the night inside the 25, down to the 23. We get a golf clap from the Wildcat fans here for the first down.
A golf clap, I like that.
I mean, there's no fan. There's fans here, but they're not a loud vocal group, and it's not the normal Wildcat crowd, Kyle.
It's not, and it's up to this team to get them involved in that. We got to make something happen.
First down now. First down for the Cats, sitting at the 23 of the Buccaneers. Might be the last play of the first quarter. Clock ticks down under 15 seconds now. Register sends the man in motion. First down play. Looking to throw. Fires across the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted. Number 2 for First Coast came across. Got the interception. He's still on his feet. Hudson Hodges is going to tackle him back around the 11-yard line, but trying to hit Hudson Hodges on an inside slant that time, but Hodges had already broken and went upfield. I'm not sure if they were on the same page, Kyle.
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication, man. That's a killer for you get a turnover, you get the ball in great field position, and you don't do anything with it. And that's been hurting the Wildcats all year, man. We're just, like I say, man, it's the old saying, you shooting yourself in the own foot. We got a chance to get points, score first tonight, and throw a pick.
1 quarter down, the Wildcats turn it over to end the quarter. We're going to switch ends of the field here. We'll keep it here during the quarter break. No score in the football game. First Coast had the ball, first and goal, inside the Wildcat 10-yard line a few moments ago, Kyle. They ended up trying a 33-yard field goal that was no good. So First Coast has had really the lion's share of the momentum in the first quarter just with their offensive production. They've had more first downs. Wildcats, you thought, had seized momentum there with the interception going the other way by Hudson Hodges, but now we turn around and give them one back.
Yep, and I'm going to tell you, man, hey, I told you it's going to be like backyard football out here with these first. They got athletes. You can look at them, Mike. They're big, they're fast, but we should be better prepared. We should be better coached. Our players got to make plays. All right, our coaches got to give our playmakers. I love the change, putting Hudson Hodges at running back tonight. get the ball in that guy's hands. He's a playmaker. But, hey, it's on your defense again. Let's get a stop.
First down for the Buccaneers. They're going to be sitting right at the 10-yard line. So the only great news, we still have field position turned around here because of the fact that the interception happened deep to their territory. So first coach from the 10-yard line. Coach in the backfield along with Kennedy, the quarterback. Kennedy's got two receivers to his right. Now he sends one in motion to the left. Moving right to left across your radio dial. Pass to the left side. Caught right there. And the Wildcats had an initial hit on the receiver. He's going to get out to the 11, but a flag there. I don't know if they're going to call this some kind of horse collar tackle, Kyle.
I don't know. That didn't look like one to me. I don't know if he got the face mask, Matt. But 13 Taz Kinghorn had him wrapped up. He let go. I don't know. It's holding on. It's holding. Yeah.
Well, just from where the flag came in, I thought they threw it on the tackle, but they do call holding on first coast. So we'll mark this one back half the distance. Should be around the 5-yard line. They'll do first down over, 1st and 15.
Yeah, great pursuit by the Wildcat defense right there. Kinghorn makes the first contact, and then Hudson Hodges comes up to clean up.
So the Wildcat offense hasn't gotten untracked yet, but the good news is the defense has first coast backed all the way up to their own 6-yard line.
Yeah.
Get a stop, you can get good field position out of this.
Let's get a score right here on defense. Somebody make a big play.
Kennedy going to hand the ball to Coach. Coach running hard straight ahead. He's out across the 10 to the 11 before the Wildcats push him back. So they'll give him the 12-yard line forward progress. So after all that, it'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Buccaneers.
Yep, another good play by Hodges at middle linebacker. Man, I've never seen a kid play middle linebacker and quarterback for a team, but this kid is doing it this year, and it's very impressive.
Wildcat defense, you've got Bo Thomas over here to the right. Cruz, Williams, Thrift, Foy across the front, and Keldon Dupree, Taz Kinghorn on the far sideline. Rhett Roden in the back. Hudson Register, Hudson Hodges in the middle along with Zeke Taylor. Here we go. 2nd down play. Kennedy's going to air one deep, and this one's going to be, it's going to be a pass interference because the receiver had a step on Keldon Dupree, and Keldon Dupree reached out and grabbed a armful of his jersey, but I can't say that I blame him, Kyle. The receiver might have caught that and went the distance.
It may have been a touchdown if he don't grab him there, Mike. Hey, once again, we're getting guys get behind us in the secondary, man. It's been a problem all year. Something we got to get corrected moving forward in the season.
And I got to tell you, you were talking about number 7, Kennedy. I mean, he throws a pretty pass, too, Kyle. That was a beautifully thrown football. And they cross midfield.
And they got athletes, Mike. They're running. I mean, their guys can run on the edge. I mean, we got to realize that. We cannot keep letting these guys get behind us.
Well, they're going to move this thing all the way back. It looks like they may call a flag here against First Coast and a flag against Baker County. Pass interference was against the Cats. They called something else against First Coast, so they marked it all the way back to the 27, but they give them a first down. So I don't know what.
Sideline warning against the Buccaneers.
Yeah, but I mean, Kyle, they marked it 15 yards.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what that was.
But they still got 2nd down on the down marker. Something's wrong.
It's first down.
Now it's first. All right. My goodness. 1st down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Kennedy in the gun. Kennedy takes the snap, going to hand it off. Coach running ahead. Coach is going to run it out to the 30, out to the 31-yard line. And he's going to pick up a gain of 4 yards on this play. They give him the 32. It's almost a gain of 5.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, Kyle, coming into the ball game, we talked about First Coast a little bit here and there and their offense that they run, but they're running with tempo, and they're mixing it up between the run and the pass, and I feel like that's the next step that the Wildcat offense has got to take.
I think it's time. I think you can't, Mike. You can't be one-dimensional. You can't just throw screens. You can't run quarterback draws. You got to push the ball down the field. We tried to a while ago and throw a pick. I mean, we've got to be better.
2nd and 5. Kennedy calls for the football. He's going to run it straight to the left. Straight run for the quarterback, and he's going to get his helmet pulled off again. This time, one of the Wildcats, Jake Lee, comes in there and makes the tackle, but he pulled the helmet off, and they're going to throw a flag, 3 flags actually on the field on this play.
Yeah, that all starts with Casey Cruz not contained on the edge. Jake Lee comes from the linebacker and then pulls the guy's helmet on. It's going to be another 15 yards for First Coast.
And Kennedy's shaken up a little bit by that tackle. He's going to have to. Well, I didn't think the player that got his helmet pulled off has to leave the field, but Kennedy's going to leave the field here, and number 3 is going to come on into the game maybe and take a snap at quarterback.
I didn't think so neither, Mike. I thought if it's a personal foul, you can stay on the field.
Yeah, me too. maybe he's just going to get the play call, but he is they're going to move.
Let me tell you something, Mike. We was inside the 10-yard line. They've got the ball out almost to the 50 with 30 yards of penalties. It's an undisciplined Wildcat team right now. You got to get right. I said it at the beginning of the year. We're not good enough right now to have penalties and beat ourselves.
No, I mean, you can't give up this minute. I mean, you can't give up the 15-yarders. You can't give up on first down, you can't be false starting and get yourself behind the chains like you said. I mean, those are just things that you got to work out. You definitely got to work them out before we get to district play next week. First down, 10 for First Coast. They're right at midfield now after the penalty. 9:55 to go in the first half. And now,
yeah, he came on first half.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, let's play football.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Somebody lost, it looks like Kennedy lost a piece of his helmet on the sideline, and that's what they're asking the coaches to help him find. Kennedy's something. There it is. He's lost something out of his helmet, and they had to come to the sideline and get it. Was that his mouthpiece?
That was his mouthpiece, Mike. Look how our guys took it and hit it behind the water cooler. I can't say I blame them.
Oh, what do you do? First down and 10, First Coast. Kennedy out there, the Wildcats on defense here. Kennedy from the midfield stripe, right in front of us, right in front of the Wildcat bench here. First down and 10 for the Buccaneers. Kennedy going to run it himself. He gets across the Wildcat 40. He's to the 35, 30. He fumbled the football and kept going. He's still going inside the 15. Taz Kinghorn is going to stop him at the Wildcat 12-yard line. And Kennedy that time just kept his legs running. I mean, he just kept his legs running, and he got through some tackles, and another flag comes down.
Yeah, Mike, we had 4 missed tackles on that play. Kennedy bobbled the ball, about lost it, still kept going. We got to ramp up and tackle, man. Ramp up and tackle these guys.
We talked about effort from the Wildcat football team a week ago, and they played hard and continued to play all the way through the end of that football game. On that play, Kyle, I don't know.
No,
he was running through tackles.
Stefan's a good player, man. When you got a chance to make a play, it's a call on First Coast. Thank goodness they're marching it back.
Well, he's going to get the gain all the way down to the 12-yard line, but then they mark it back 15 because of I guess they called Kennedy for something after the play there.
Yeah.
So it'll be first down and 10 from the 26-yard line instead of the 11. 15-yard penalty on First Coast. 9:16 to go in the first half. First Coast with the football and driving again on this Wildcat football team. Kennedy takes the snap, going to hand it off straight ahead. Wildcat defense is there, but he breaks off another tackle, and Coates is around the end. The flag's going to come down here. Looks like against holding against the First Coast Buccaneers, but Coates got it all the way inside the 10-yard line. And it would have been a touchdown, I think, but they're going to call holding against the Buccaneers.
Yep. Once again, we're missing tackles. We're not containing on the edge. We're lucky we got that First Coast got caught on a hold right there. We are out of position on defense right now.
Now, this hold occurred downfield, Kyle, so you would think this would be a spot of the foul penalty because the running back got all the way around the corner and was headed down the field when the flag came out. So we'll see where they mark this thing off to. They started at the 26-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it off from the 14, so they might actually gain 2 yards on the play, and it'll be second down and 8. That's what we got. 2-yard gain after all that. Second down and 8 for the Buccaneers. A lot of flags here in the first half, Kyle. A lot of flags.
First and 8, Max.
Oh, yeah, they replay the down. First down and 8 after the 2-yard gain. That would have been a 12-yard gain or a touchdown. Kennedy going to throw the football. He's looking down the field. He's going to fire one back to the middle of the field. He's got a receiver, and a catch is made 8 yards deep in the end zone. And that's number 3, Kendrick Hurd, the wide receiver, a junior. And he makes the catch as Kennedy floated it in there. And First Coast is going to take a 6-0 lead against the Wildcats here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and all you're doing, you're giving a First Coast team over there that come in here and let's just be honest, Mike, they shouldn't beat us tonight. Okay, I don't think, and our guys will come out here and play like that. They come out here overconfident. They're not ready to play, and now you're giving them confidence on that side of the ball right there. And it's going to be a long night if we don't wake up on the field and in the stands.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is the penalty against, I'm guessing, the receiver on the play, and the Wildcats will enforce it on the kickoff. So they're going to move where they would kick off at the 40. They'll have to kick off from the 25, and they're going to go for 2 here after the touchdown. 6-0 First Coast. They score first, 8:46 to go. Actually, they're not going for 2. They're going to send 83 back out there here. Jones, the kicker, left-footed kicker. He missed the 33 field goal earlier in the game. Snap is down. The kick is on the way, and it's low, but it's good. He got it just over the crossbar.
I think that's his range right there. I like Jones. He barely made that one.
Hey, lesson for kickers. All it's got to do is go through, right?
That's it.
That's all it's got to do. 8:46 to go in the first half. Let's send it back to Corey at Glen Baptist and take its commercial timeout. We'll take 1 minute. Corey will be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here to downtown McClenny, Florida, Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny. The Wildcats of Baker County on the field doing battle against the visiting First Coast Buccaneers. Right now, 8:46 to go here in the second quarter. First Coast on the field to kick it off to the Wildcats after they scored a touchdown. So the Wildcats stand to get decent field position, though, as they got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike. So Ruiz is going to catch it around the 30, and Ruiz is going to get all the way out across midfield here into First Coast territory on the kickoff return. So the good news coming out of that touchdown for First Coast, Kyle, Wildcats will take the ball in First Coast territory, first down and 10 from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, for the first time tonight, the Wildcats have good field position. And let's see if we got to go down and answer this score right here. I mean, this offense needs to find a way to move the football, get yards on first down, and put this ball in the end zone. We need something to wake this crowd up.
I like to give you a hard time, but did you say position?
I don't
Good
know.
field position?
Position.
First down and 10. Wildcats from the 48 of First Coast. Register in the shotgun. He's got Ruiz in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the high side of the field along the First Coast sideline. Register takes the snap, going to give it to Ruiz. No, Register keeps it himself. A good fake on the play there. As Register faked that to Ruiz and went around the left end, going to get a flag on the play on the far sideline. Register picked up about 4 yards on the play, but we'll have to check the flag again.
Should be a 5-yard penalty. That's the second sideline warning on First Coast, Mike.
Yeah, they've had a couple of sideline warnings tonight. You knew where that flag came out from the far side. It was either going to be offsides on the defense or a sideline warning, so it's going to be a first down for the Cats, though, after Register called his own number, got about 6 yards on the play. We get 5 yards on the penalty. First down for the Wildcats down to the 37-yard line.
Yep, good start here. Let's keep it going. Need more yards here on first down.
I was just giving you a hard time about the word position.
Position.
Give a shout-out to my buddy, the meat man, Timmy Combs, tonight. I talked to him before the game. He said he and David were going to be listening to the game tonight. I think David Ferris over here, not far from the stadium.
No, they could probably hear Mr. Wilder on the radio.
He said, go Wildcats. Mix up in the backfield. Register keeps it himself after the handoff went to the wrong side. I think he was trying to give that to Hodges on the left side of the thing, and they just had another mix-up, but Register, fortunately, going to pick up about 6 yards here.
Yep, still good yards on first down by the Wildcats. You got your 7 minutes or 8 minutes and counting right here going in the second quarter. We got to go down here and tie this thing up.
got to be a bad feeling as a quarterback when you turn to your left to hand it off to somebody, Kyle, and there's nobody there. You ever had that experience?
Yeah, you just take off. Fire.
Run. Second down and 6, or second down and 5 coming up for the Cats. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. We trail the Buccaneers 7-0. Handoff straight up the middle to Ruiz. No, good fake again by Register, and he keeps it around the right end. And Hudson Register is going to get another Cat first down to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, great play fake right there by Register and Ruiz, and it even fooled Mr. Mike Cruz in the radio booth.
Twice, I tell you, that's a good fake by Register, because Ruiz had a big hole through the line too, and so if he did have the football, it would have been a big gain. But Hudson takes the football around the right end and gets the first down. We're going to get a timeout on the field, Kyle. Let's keep it here. Also, Kyle, we had a chance today. This is not one of our normal sponsors, but I'm going to give them a shout-out anyway. You and I had a chance today to get down there to Pier 6 Seafood and Steaks today, and we had a little lunch and talked some football and had a chance to, just make our game plan for the radio. And I got to tell you, man, you can tell everybody what you had, but I had a cheeseburger and a big one. Man, it was good, man. It was good. I had onion rings. Those are some of the best onion rings I've had.
I had some shrimp and scallops. It took us about 30 minutes to get our order in because Mike was like a politician and they're talking to everybody that comes to the table. But
had a chance to talk to David Cruz, one of my longtime friends. Mr. David, I call him. Mr. David Cruz he played quarterback for the Wildcats back in 1969, 1970.
I was shocked by that.
Yeah. And his wife, Nelda, and they were all down there having some lunch today, so I love catching up with Mr. David. Mr. David played church softball with me for years down there at First Baptist McClinney, Kyle, and he was our pitcher. First down and 10, here we go, going to hand it off. Register again with the fake this time, and Register going to be stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. So the Wildcats had it first and 10 at the 23. This time, First Coast does not bite on the play fake, and Register tackled right at the line.
Yep. That was a good play by the First Coast defense. We went to the well too many times right there, Mike. Let's see what we come up here.
The point of what I was saying on all that, though, is I got to get back to some of those onion rings, Kyle. It's hard to find somebody that makes good onion rings. I found some good ones today. Now.
Well, your cousin or whoever's the one talked you into it.
Amanda, our waitress Amanda. She's married to my cousin.
That's right.
Yep. Second down and 10 now from the 23-yard line. Sends Ruiz in motion. Register's going to throw one. He catches Ruiz out there at the 23. Ruiz makes a man miss. He gets inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line, and First Coast will bottle him up there. So a third down play coming up. Another helmet flies off, but that was a good pass from Hudson Register out there to Ruiz.
It was a little swing pass on the left side. I'm not sure if Register could have held on it a little bit longer. You could get him further outside there, he might pop that. But hey, big third down. You got 3rd and 6 there. That's going to be a huge play in this game. We're 5 minutes and 47 seconds and counting in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you, if anything's needed, the Wildcats need a touchdown on this drive, Kyle. We trail Buccaneers right now 7-0. First Coast the Buccaneers from the north side of Jacksonville lead the Wildcats 7-0. This is our best opportunity of the night. Third down, call it 6. Register from the 17-yard line. In the shotgun, and he's going to try the pump fake, and it's going to get 5 yards.
Yep, huge. I love the call by the Wildcats right there. Hard count. Hey, make a 3rd and 6, a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's not going to give them a first down, but it's going to be knocking on the door. They're going to have 4th down and 1 now, 3rd down and 1 after the play call there from Register gets First Coast to come in to the neutral zone. After this next play, Kyle, I got a couple of announcements that I want to make. And
I'm sure it's something about the Phillies winning.
No, I was actually going to give this announcement that we got from my friend and yours, Miss Kelly Norman, over there at the high school. Third down play. Register's going to take it to the left side. He gets hit hard, but Register's going to move the chains. It'll be a first down for the Wildcats down to the 12-yard line. Kyle, the Baker County Drama Department is performing Gene Barber the way it was tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday at 1:30. Now, they do have a show tonight, but I think it's already started. So tomorrow night at 7, Sunday at 1:30 and the BCHS Auditorium. The play highlights the writing and art of one of Baker County's leading historians and takes a peek at the people and events that help to shape our community And I've heard some great stories about this program. And if you don't remember Gene Barber and some of the things that he did for this community a long time ago, Gene Barber, the way it was, you can get over there to the high school and see that play tomorrow at 7 or Sunday at 1:30. Delano Ruiz going to take the straight Wildcat snap this time and get inside the 10 for the Wildcats. So another flag is going to come in late here as one of the Cats piled on. Not sure which way they're going to call this. It's an important penalty, though, Kyle, because if they call this against First Coast, it's going to move it further inside the 10. If it goes against the Wildcats, this is going to put us behind the chain.
It looks like it's against First Coast, Mike. They got Wildcats players clapping.
It looks like it is against First Coast, and so they're going to move it half the distance. It's not going to be a first down. Won't quite be enough for a first down, but it's going to be second down and about, it looks like probably about 2 here, Kyle. We can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line.
You got 2 options tomorrow night. You can watch your Florida Gators play at LSU, or you can go to the Gene Barber play. I think I would choose the latter if I was you.
Oh, hey, get your shots in while you can.
I got to kick you while you're down.
All right, so after the penalty, it'll be first down and 2 for the Wildcats from the 4-yard line. Trying to even the score here. First Coast a 7-0 lead against the Cat offense, or against the Cats. But this offense for the Wildcats has had a methodical drive going here. We need to finish it off. We had the ball deep in First Coast territory earlier, but through an interception. First Coast took that one, went the other way at the end of the quarter and scored a touchdown against the Wildcats. So they lead at 7-0, but we're knocking on the door. Second down, call it 2. You're going to get a timeout for First Coast here. So I think you got that message tonight about the play, Gene Barber, the way it was. I think you got that message from our friend and colleague that we've worked with and just been our friend over the years, Bobby Hart, right?
Great guy, Bobby Hart. He told me to quit talking about him on the radio. He said he's old and handicapped, and he's going to call his lawyer. So I said,
is that what he said?
That's what he told me. So I said, well, we'll miss him, Miss Kelly Norman. I like her better than Bobby anyway. So
I told Kyle to relay this message to Bobby, because Bobby never calls me. He sent this message about the play tonight through Kyle, which is fine. I got no problem with that. But I told you to relay this message back to my good friend Bobby Hart, that we can talk about him whenever we want.
You did say that, and I let him know that too, so he knew we was going to talk about him.
I'll talk about Bobby whenever I want to. You know why? Because he's one of the best people that I know. He's a good dude, and if that's what I'm telling people, that's what I want people to know.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's been on a little golf streak. He's beat my daddy 2 weeks in a row coming into this week, and I think Daddy got him this week. So my daddy don't text me unless he wins.
So you hadn't heard from him in a couple of weeks.
Well, I've never seen somebody just text when they win.
Oh, that's good stuff. Second down 2 now, Wildcats after the timeout. Hudson Hodges is going to run the Wildcat. He's going to run it to the right. Hodges is going to be hit around the 3, close to the first down marker. He had to get to the 2. He's not going to get there. It'll be third down.
Yep, huge third down for the Cats right here with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. I think I'm giving it to 5 twice, Mike.
Yeah, I like the call. They went to the Wildcat with Ruiz, and now they go to the Wildcat with Hudson Hodges, but it's still going to be third down and 2. So the Wildcats, you don't get it here. You got to make a decision, Kyle. Is this 4-down territory for this Cat offense?
I think it's got to be.
3:26 to go first half. Hodges still in the Wildcat formation. Wildcats keep it, and they're going to get pushed back. We're going to lose yards on this play. Hodges gets pushed back by First Coast all the way to the 5-yard line, and that's going nowhere. It's going to be fourth down. They're going to need about 3.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what Coach Kennedy does here. Do you take the 3 points? I mean, Boatwright's almost automatic, but I think you got to go for it here.
I mean, Boatwright's automatic. You don't want to give up the 3 points. I tell you, you don't make it here on fourth down. First Coast is going to have a lot of momentum. This is why the head coaches make the bucks, Kyle. This is why they do. You got to make this decision.
My thought, though, Mike, you're stuck inside your own territory if you don't make it here, so you give your defense a chance to make a play.
Fourth down, call it a long 3. Hudson Hodges still in the Wildcat. He's going to take the snap. They're going to go hard count and try to get First Coast to come into the neutral zone. We may call a timeout here and kick the field goal. He was going to try to pick up the easy 5 yards, but here's the thing, Kyle. This is the bad thing about that hard count option. You don't get 5 yards here. You get half the distance. They wouldn't get a first down even with the hard count.
I'd be shocked if he kicked it here, Mike. I think you draw up a play right here. You got to have your best play right here and draw it up and call it.
Well, let's be honest, Kyle. You don't want to walk out of here with no points, okay? And the only way you can walk out of here with no points is to go for it on fourth down and get stopped. I like to send Boatwright in here, kick the field goal, get the 3. You know what? You leave with momentum. It's almost halftime.
I'm different, Mike. I'm telling you, if it was 0-0, I kick it. 7-0, I'm going for it.
Listen, I'm okay with the disagreement because I mean, I'm at that 65-35 space. So 35% of me says go for it. 65% says kick the field goal. You know.
Well, I'm at the 90-10 space. Go for it. Go for it right here. We need 7. We don't need 3.
Okay, I can get with that. I mean, somewhere in the middle of that 90-65 is where we land. So we're about 70. We're about 74.8%.
Let's see what Coach Kennedy does.
He's going to side with you. He's sending the offense out there.
I think this is a good call. And if you don't get it, hey, they got to come off the goal line. I mean, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, he's sided with you.
Now, I'm not sure I'd run 5 again here. We've been stuffed twice. I think they got Register back at quarterback here.
Fourth down play. Fourth down. Register back in there at quarterback. Register's going to run a jump pass here across the middle, and the catch is made. What a play call by the Wildcat offense as they send number 33, and that was Chase Williams, the fullback. He goes to the end zone. Register goes to the line of scrimmage, a la Tim Tebow, throws a little jump pass in there to Chase Williams, and the Cats score.
I told you, Mike, draw up your best play, and that was a great play that Coach drew up right there. A big play for the Wildcats. Great job of execution by Register in 33, and that's a big touchdown there with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Big touchdown for the Wildcats. That's a huge end to a good drive there for the Cats. And, Kyle, I'm going to say it, man. I don't say this often. You were right. They needed to go for it there, and they did. And Coach Kennedy pulls out the jump pass. What about that? Brock Boatwright adds the extra point. The Cats tie it up. 7-7 ball game with 2:27 to go in the first half. Let's send it back to the station, my buddy Corey, for a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
.27 to go in the first half. We welcome you back here on 97.5 FM WFBB to downtown McClenny, Wildcat Memorial Stadium. The Wildcats of Baker County on the field to play the First Coast Buccaneers. Big play right there, Kyle. Jump pass. Hudson Register goes down the middle to Chase Williams. They get the touchdown, add the extra point from Boatwright. It's a 7-7 game. First Coast is going to take it from the 18-yard line, and the kickoff is going to be returned. He's out across the 25. Flag comes flying in from the far side, out across the 35, and the return is going to be out of bounds finally, but flag flew in from that far side. Got to be a block in the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the First Coast returner caught the ball. He's sitting on the sideline. Would have been out of bounds.
That's one of those coachable things, man. You got to take that film, and you got to sit that guy down next week, and you got to say, look, I'm not saying that your return effort wasn't good because he gave a great effort on the return. But here's what you can do if you let that ball hit. And now there's no guarantee, Kyle, and the player may argue this. He may say, hey, Coach, I didn't know if it was going to bounce out of bounds or not because that ball may have actually landed, right there on the hash mark on the sideline. So what do you say to a guy that says that to you?
Yeah,
I say no. Yeah, let it go out of bounds.
That's all. Every day you let that ball go out of bounds.
Hey, my buddy that we shouted out earlier, I sent a message to my buddy Timmy Combs, and he said he was 50-50. So I was 65-35. You were 90-10. Timmy says he was 50-50. So he's the conservative one today.
He is conservative. I guess I.
But either way, the Wildcats make a great play call. We get the touchdown in there, 7-7. 7-7. First down and 10. Here we go. Kennedy for First Coast, takes the snap, rolls to his right, catch is made on the far sideline, and he's hit out of bounds over there. The clock should stop with 2:08 to go. First Coast with about 7 yards on first down.
I'll tell you something about Kennedy, man. Seven's got an arm on him. He's very decisive with what he wants to do with the ball. He's looking at guys. He's scanning the field. And when he wants to throw it, he throws it.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely the best player on that First Coast side of the ball field tonight. And he's wearing the shoes to prove it. He's the only one that has got those green highlighter shoes on. You like those? I like those. You like them?
I don't like them.
What's wrong with them?
Who are we going to get to bring us a hamburger up here?
That's a good question. 2:08 to go. First half. 7-7 ball game from Memorial Stadium. Kennedy takes a snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure back there. He's going to get hit. Floyd flushed him out from the right. He comes back. He's got a receiver at the 30. Catch is made there out to the 33-yard line. Kennedy made something out of nothing.
Yeah, he should have been sacked. Not sure how he got out of that, but a great play by Seven for First Coast.
Want to remind Wildcat fans that are listening in that we will have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up at the break. A lot of college football to talk about, some NFL, Kyle, some Major League Baseball I want to talk about.
Sure.
I'm glad you just have to endure it. That's what you're got. 11 games left. 15.
Jeez.
As of right now, 15. First down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Pass to the right side this time coming from Kennedy. He's going to be a catch made over there on the far sideline, and he's going to go out of bounds. So Kennedy just working the sidelines right now, getting the pass completions. That was a very short gain, but he gets out of bounds.
Yep.
And another flag on the play.
A bunch of flags in that.
I tell you what, man, if you had somebody keeping stats up here and keeping these flags, there's been a pile of them. My goodness, the flags. This one's going to be against the Wildcats. Mark it out to the 39-yard line, so they'll get the replay first down.
It's going to be a sideline warning on the Wildcats. Must have been our second one because they just vault 5 yards off.
It must have been a point of emphasis with this crew to call the sideline warning because they've been calling them all night. They've got second down marked over there, but I think it should be first and 5. But it's second down. 1:21 to go in the first half. 7-7 ball game. The Wildcats scored a moment ago on a pass play from Register to Williams. Here you go. Kennedy's going to fire one a little. It's going to be intercepted. Taz Kinghorn stepped in front of that pass, and he's going to take it from the 5, and he's going to get a horse collar tackle. Kinghorn looked like he was going to the end zone. You're going to get a horse collar tackle against the quarterback, Kennedy, who got over there to make the stop at the 2-yard line, and they're going to mark him out of bounds, and 2 flags came in. The official that was right on the play called the horse collar, but the white hat who came over threw one later. So I don't know.
They're going to get Taz for throwing the ball in there, I think, Mike, but let's see. But it should be offset, and we should have the ball at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, either way, the Wildcats are going to have the ball first and goal on a brilliant play by Taz Kinghorn as he read that one all the way.
Yeah, we needed a big play, and Taz Kinghorn stepped up and made a huge play right there, Mike, right before halftime.
I was just talking about Taz this afternoon in McClenny here as I stopped by the Darbyville this afternoon. I got to make my rounds.
I'm sure. Not the politician you are. I watched you in Pier 6 today making the rounds.
Pier 6, Darbyville, we make our rounds, Kyle. You didn't go to Darbyville with me, but you're going to get a horse collar tackle here against First Coast, and then unsportsmanlike conduct with some type of aggression there. You saw the white hat there. She made a...
What are they doing? So they're going to mark it off on us, then walk it back on them?
Yeah, that's normally what happens. They're going to mark it off against us, but they're going to put it down at the 16. So why is that? See if you can get an explanation from the officials up here.
I have no idea what we're watching here. So we get a horse collar at the 3, then we get an unsportsmanlike on us after the horse collar, and it's going to mark the ball back to the 18-yard line.
Well, maybe they marked off the half the distance. Maybe they marked. No, they didn't. I don't know why. See? Maybe the unsportsmanlike is marked off because it was after the play.
I'm not real sure what just happened.
The personal foul was marked because it was part of the play. It was part of the tackle. Then the unsportsmanlike is after the play. Maybe the unsportsmanlike was marked off because of the dead ball, but it should be offsetting. I mean, in any level of football, that's offsetting penalty.
Yeah. Well, either way, we got the ball at 17, Matt, with 1 minute and 12 seconds left.
This is why high school is so hard to so hard to watch what happens officiating-wise. Hudson Hodges lines up in the Wildcat, and he's going to run it from the 16-yard line. He's going to get it down to close to the 12-yard line. And I tell you what, after that penalty, Kennedy's got to be the happiest man on the field because he threw the interception. Taz Kinghorn looked like it was going to be a pick six all the way. Kennedy got down there and made the tackle. Now it was a horse-collar tackle, but right now Kennedy's the guy that saved the touchdown from being on the board for First Coast.
Yeah, I'm still kind of confused about what all happened down there, why the ball got backed up so far on the Cat.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I totally agree. That should have been offsetting, sitting there at the 3-yard line.
35 seconds and counting.
Register in the gun, going to take it this time. He hands it off to Ruiz. Ruiz is running to the right. He's not going to get the first down. It's going to be third down, so now 27 seconds on the clock. Wildcats going to have to manage it and call timeout here.
Yep.
It's going to be third down and about 3.
It's a huge possession right here before halftime. First Coast gets the ball coming out, Mike, so we need to stick this in the end zone.
One more time from a public service announcement perspective, I want to just share with the Wildcat fans that are listening in that this weekend the Baker County Drama Department is performing Gene Barber the Way It Was tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday at 1:30 at the BCHS Auditorium. The play highlights the writing and art of one of Baker County's leading historians and takes a peek at the people and events that help to shape the community of Baker County. So if you have time tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, or time Sunday at 1:30, and you don't really care to watch the Gators or the Jaguars, go watch the play, man.
Yep. Miss Kelly Norman and her husband, Mr. Bo, they always put on a good play. And actually, Mr. Gene grew, his house is right across the street.
Yeah.
He might growing up. He had an old house right across the street.
Yeah, a lot of Barber property straight across the road from you over there, and for sure. Third down play coming up now for the Wildcats. Hudson Register back in there at quarterback for the Cats. He's got Williams, the fullback, and Delano Ruiz is the running back. Here we go. Third down. We need 3 yards. Quick pass to the right side. It's batted at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be intercepted. First Coast is going to pick it off, and he's got room to run. He's going the other way. This is going to be a touchdown. Number 2, Mo, for First Coast, has picked off the batted touchdown or batted pass, and he's going back the other way. That's going to be a 96-yard interception return for First Coast, and they're going to take the lead as halftime is almost here. My goodness.
Yeah, what a turn of events for this Wildcat football team right here. We get a pass batted, picked, and he takes it to a house. We had 2 chances to make a tackle right there, too, Mike, and missed them. There's too many missed tackles tonight, and hey, a batted ball just completely turned this game right here before halftime.
So, Kyle, on a Taz Kinghorn interception a moment ago that looked like it was going to be a pick six all the way, after the interception, the Wildcats got penalized. We moved back 15 yards. After all that happened, now on third down, they try to just do a quick hitter to the right side. The defensive end got his hands up, tipped the ball way in the air, and the return man, his name is Marl Moe for First Coast. He zigged and he zagged, and he took it 96 yards for a touchdown the other way.
He did. Very, very unfortunate for the Wildcats right here. That's a play right before halftime. So that's going to be Coach Kennedy's job to go in here and get these boys ready to come out and play the second half.
As it stands right now, the touchdown 13-7. One of the only plays in the first half we didn't see a penalty flag on. Surprised by that. But now number 83 for First Coast is back in there to kick the extra point. That is Tyler Jones, the kicker. It's an adventure now with the First Coast kicking team, but this is not a guarantee. 13-7. The snap is there. The placement's down. The kick is lost. Wildcats got a man through the line there. That was number 28 for the Cats, Josh Chick. And Josh Chick.
And that could be something to remember. I'll tell you right now, hey, this game 13-7, that 1 point could really mean something at the end of this football game.
Special teams has not been stellar for First Coast. They missed a 33-yard field goal, now get an extra point block. So 13-7 is going to be the score here with 10 seconds to go in the first half. My goodness.
What a turn of events.
Well, it's definitely turned against the Wildcats right there. I tell you what, we were going in, it looked like we were going to be going in there for a touchdown. I thought Taz was going to take that pick six
out of the house, and he got caught at the 3 and a horse collared, and somehow we end up with the ball at the 20. I'll have to ask this lady sitting beside me at halftime what
I wouldn't expect that they'd be supposed to know. But Taz Kinghorn, man, I tell you, it wasn't that he was slow on the play. It's just the guy that's probably the fastest guy in the stadium, Tony Kennedy, the quarterback for First Coast. He was mad that he threw the interception to start with, so he tracked down Kinghorn at the 3-yard line. And the only thing he could do was grab the horse collar. Now, that should have been half the distance, and then we got the unsportsmanlike conduct. So that penalty hurt. That penalty hurt big time. 13-7, First Coast with the lead. The kick is high, and it's going to be over to the First Coast sidelines, and the special team disaster for First Coast continues as they kick it out of bounds here. They do have one extra point that was good. Yeah, they do have one extra point that was good, but after that, first down and 10 now. The Wildcats will take the football at the 35-yard line. So just 10 seconds on the clock, Kyle. I wouldn't expect. We might try to throw one deep here, but we just had an interception from the 4-yard line that went 96 yards the other way. So maybe we should just take one and go to the locker room. 10 seconds here. I think they're probably going to run this and take it to halftime and try to regroup. Hey, we got to get back on our feet. We got a whole second half to play. There's a lot of football left in this game. Did you get a hold of somebody for a cheeseburger at halftime? I did. I'm still trying. I want a hamburger there. I don't like cheese. That's okay. Hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever. Maybe Tim Wilder's got some connections. Talk to Tim over there and see. We're going to hand it off here on the last play of the first half, and Delano Ruiz is going to go forward. Then he goes backwards. One of the First Coast guys came out with the football, but they'll say that's the end of the first half. The Wildcats will take it to the locker room. Uh-oh, flag down here. Uh-oh, hang on. One of the First Coast guys must have said something to the official. Oh, they're going to have 12 guys on the field. But, Kyle, the back judge here, I mean, he waited until the play was over to count these guys. They had 12 guys on there, and they're going to call a penalty, 12 men on the field. But he should have knew that before the play happened. After the play, they're going to call the 12. I mean, as everybody's leaving, going to the locker room, he's counting. Come on, man. I'm not impressed with this crew tonight, I'm going to be honest, and I'm never truly am. But now you're going to get an untimed down. This one actually benefits the Wildcats because they'll move it all the way out to midfield. You get an untimed down here, so the Wildcats may think about throwing one to the end zone. If he can throw it that far, I'd throw it to the end zone. What in the world? Crazy. I mean, Kyle, the people are leaving the field, and he's counting players. Yeah. I mean, man, they just ran it with 12 players. I'm not saying I'm not happy about it. The Cats get an untimed down here, but what's he doing? First down and 10 from midfield. Register in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to fire one to the left side. Catch made over there by Dupree, and Dupree is tackled right away at the 39. So they were trying to get it in Dupree's hands. Maybe he can break a tackle and get down the sideline, but the cornerback for First Coast was not playing that far off. He makes the tackle, and that's the end of the half. That's it. So, hey, let's Wildcat coaching staff, get in there. Let's get these guys ready to play the second half. You got a lot of football left. Hey, a bad thing happened. We're looking to take the lead into the first half. A tip ball gets picked for a pick six. I think, hey, it happens. Maybe you can talk to Wildcat Athletic Director Jennifer Shields, see if she knows somebody that can bring us a hamburger. I'll get us a hamburger. Don't worry about that. That's the end of the half. The Wildcats and First Coast. First Coast with a 13-7 lead over the Wildcats. We're going to take about a 5-minute timeout here, and when we come back, we're going to have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report in just a moment. We'll be back. You're listening to WFBB 97.5 FM.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation, and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad, and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcat.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929. We want to take a moment and thank our halftime sponsor, Baker County Farm Bureau. My good buddy Jack Baker, Justin Webb down there, Baker County Farm Bureau, Kyle, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance. They do it all down there. 259-6332. One call does it all. Give them a call if you want to talk about some of your options for sure. September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So if you have been thinking about getting a life insurance policy, something like that, give Jack a call. He loves talking about insurance.
Oh, yeah, Jack and Justin, they got it going on down there. Like I said, Justin gives away 3 golf balls to people he likes. He does something like me, and I haven't given him a long time. So, hey, I'm waiting on some golf balls with.
Wildcat Marching Band is set to perform on the field. I want to give a shout-out real quick to my buddy Todd Herndon. Todd told me he's listening on the 97.5 FM on the radio, and it's coming in loud and clear. I told Todd, he told me a couple weeks ago, and sometimes people tell us that every now and then, you know, if you're listening on YouTube or listening on, the streaming link or on Facebook, that sometimes it'll cut out. I said, well, you know, we don't have any way to know that when we're up here broadcasting the game. So number one, the first thing I would do, just shut it off and shut it back on, turn it back on, see if that works. But I told Todd, since he lives right here in McClenny, I said, hey, go out to your truck.
97.5?
Turn on the radio. 97.5 FM. That's the old-fashioned.
That's the way to listen. That's the only way I've ever listened to it, Mike. So,
I mean, the old-fashioned way, Kyle. You turn on the radio, you know. So Todd told me he's listening in tonight. Wildcats down 13-7 right now at halftime. Crazy end of the first half, Kyle. The Wildcats got an interception from Taz Kinghorn. It looked like he was going to walk into the end zone going the other way. He got tackled at the 3-yard line. I told you this earlier, but, you know, we should tell fans just so you can make the distinction. The tackle on Taz Kinghorn was a live ball penalty. The unsportsmanlike on Taz Kinghorn was a dead ball penalty. So they mark off both penalties like we talked about. Unfortunately for the Cats, it's only a 1-yard penalty that helped us, and then they mark it back 15 the other way. So it ends up going from the 14 yards back to the 16. 2 plays later, the ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. First Coast defender runs under it. He takes it 96 yards. Huge. I mean, that minimum change in the game. Yeah. I mean, those things just don't happen every day, and that's what happened to the Wildcats right there at the end. And when you're kind of snake bit a little to start the season, Kyle, those things happen. They do. You got to find a way. You got to find a way to regroup at halftime right here and come out and play hard, Mike. And I think they will. Coach Stanley's had these guys playing hard all year, so I would look for this team to come out and respond. Yeah, still a close ball game, 13-7 though. First Coast with the lead. Now First Coast will get the ball to start the second half. The Wildcats won the opening toss of tonight's ball game and elected to receive. So First Coast is going to get the ball to start the second half with a 13-7 lead. Defense is going to come out, have to get the ball back, go down offense. Hey, the best news of that whole thing was First Coast missed the extra point. So their special teams now, 1 field goal miss, 1 extra point miss. That can loom large later in this ball. Very much so. I think it will. So I think that'll be something to look at. Kyle, I got to tell you, man, when the Florida Gators lose, I take it personal, all right? There's a lot of Gator fans that do. There's a lot of Seminole fans that do. There's a lot of Alabama fans. All the fans, they take it personal, okay? But when my opposing teams lose, I don't call people and rub it in. Maybe the next time I see them, I might get a little jab there. But as soon as the game ended last week, you called me. I mean, is that fair? Is that necessary?
All I called is to check on you. I wanted to check on your well-being. I just said, Mike, how are you? And then I'll tell you what, Mike gave it to me good. So I said, well, Mike's not very good right now. I'll talk to him next week.
Well, here's the frustration that I have, Kyle, as a Gator fan. I watched Dan Mullen coach this football team just a few years ago, okay? After 40 games, Dan Mullen was 31-9. Hey, let me tell you something. Gator fans were not happy with Dan Mullen at 31-9. Do you know what, Billy? They lost games to unranked teams. They've lost games they shouldn't have lost. Absolutely no reason why Florida should have lost that game last week. And I'm just going to say this. The man's got to go. He should be fired. He should not be the head coach. He should not be coaching this week. I'm sorry. I don't care what the buyouts are.
I think you're a lot, Mike. I'll be honest with your opinion. It's just I think a lot of Gator friends, I think they feel the same way. I think you run a guy like Dan Mullen off. DJ Lagaway saved his job last year. He come out and went 6-1, played great. They won. DJ, to me, this year, I've watched a little bit of the Gators. Don't look like the same player. He looks like he's slower. He looks like he's hurt. His arm don't look the same. I don't know if DJ's going to be able to save his job this year. What happens if Florida loses to LSU, to Miami? Do you get rid of Napier in the middle of the season?
I'm all for it. I mean, that gives you plenty of time to make your coaching search, name somebody interim. You're going to play out the rest of this year. They got the toughest schedule in the country, and they're not going to win many of those games. It's just not going to happen. And the facts are, that game last week, South Florida. Okay, let me tell you, South Florida is definitely a better football team than they have been. But Florida had the game won. You got the ball with 3 minutes to go. You need to run out the clock there. They had great field position at midfield. They tried to throw the ball twice out of 3 times. Okay, now I get it. Players got to execute, okay? One of those passes should have been caught. And so the coach can argue that all day long. But, Kyle, that's when the team that's a superior team goes and wins the football game. They handle business. What did you tell me when you called me? Your team took care of business, right?
I did. You didn't like that neither. But, hey, we both had worse losses. We lost to Jacksonville State, Florida State, I'm talking about.
No, I understand.
We lost to Georgia Southern at home. I mean,
I understand.
It happens. Now, I get your feelings of Napier. I think there's a lot of people in the same seat that you're on.
I mean, you just started the year, and all hope for your year is done now. It's done.
It's not done, Mike.
It's done.
I don't think it's done yet.
What did I tell you at lunch today? I said, because Napier's on the hot seat now. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to go win tomorrow, right?
He'll save his job.
What's your pick? Florida at LSU tomorrow night.
Man, this one's tough because I've watched LSU this year, Mike. I just don't think LSU's as good as advertised. They went and beat a Clemson team that wasn't as good as I thought they was going to be. But I think it's going to be too much for Florida at night to go to LSU. Florida after last week, I don't know if I think they'll get up. I think they'll play hard, Mike. I think LSU beats them in the end. I think it's a 28-24 game, LSU.
Well, there's two ways this thing can go, right? I mean, Florida could have a bunch of penalties for throwing shoes and taking cheap shots at Jack Pyburn that transferred over to LSU in the offense.
Or spitting in his face.
Or spitting in his face, doing something stupid, and LSU could win 56-12. Or they could show up and want to play for their coach and get excited and everything go right for the Gators and we get a big win.
Yep.
I don't choose the latter. I got LSU. I say they're going to win, and we'll move to the next game. So USF now, fresh off 2 wins against ranked teams, which both of those ranked teams won't be ranked anymore. But hey, give South Florida credit. They got 2 ranked wins to start the year. Now they got to travel down to Miami to take on the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Does South Florida have any chance to knock off 3 ranked teams in a row?
I don't.
They've never beaten 2 in a row in school history. This will be 3.
I don't think so. I think South Florida, they're going to wake up tomorrow and say this run's over. I think Miami beats them, and I think they beat them handily.
Yeah, I don't like the future prospects of what that means for Florida heading down to Miami next week. So, yeah, I think South Florida takes one on the chin tomorrow. I like Miami by I say 17. I like Miami by 17.
14-17 myself.
All right. So we both like LSU. We both like Miami to beat USF. This game is interesting to me. Texas A&M and Notre Dame tomorrow. I mean, listen, Notre Dame did everything they could to go beat Miami in week 1. Miami, they came back, had the game tied with just a minute or 2 to go. Miami ended up getting the field goal to win the ball game. Notre Dame now taking on Texas A&M. Notre Dame's favored in this ball game. You like the Irish to take down the Aggies?
I actually do. I think Notre Dame's going to bounce back, and I think Notre Dame's better than Texas A&M. To be honest with you, Mike, I know it's. Is it at Notre Dame or at Notre Dame? At Notre Dame, yes. Notre Dame wins that game. I think it's 10 or more.
All right. So Kyle likes Notre Dame big. I'm going to tell you this, because they lost to Miami in week 1. I think Notre Dame is going to win this game. All right, so I'm going to go with you, but I think it's going to be closer. I think maybe even in the second half, Texas A&M's got to lead in this game. Notre Dame's got to come back and win it. We'll see.
All right,
we're all the same so far, but hey, let's go to the last one. We might be different on this one because I'm going to tell you what I think about this game now. Rocky Top tomorrow, big ball game. Georgia Bulldogs takes their undefeated record into Rocky Top to take on the undefeated Tennessee Volunteers. Volunteers ranked 15th in the country. Georgia's ranked number 6 in the country. Hey, listen, rankings don't matter. All right, they don't matter right now. This is Georgia teams. They haven't played anybody. This is Georgia at Tennessee on Rocky Top. Tell me what you got.
Whew. You making me go first on this?
You got to.
I tell you what, I think I can't go against Kirby Smart in Georgia. They've won 11 times in a row. I think my buddy Tim Wilder told me tonight. I just do not think that Georgia's going to go to Tennessee and lose tomorrow. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think you're going to find out how good Georgia is. I think you'll find out how good Tennessee is, but I think Georgia's going to be a little better.
I'm going to tell you, man, this is a tough one for me. I've seen what Georgia's done over the past several years, and a lot of people are just going to say I'm a hater. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't really care. One way or the other, I don't care. I don't like Tennessee any more than I like Georgia, okay? I probably dislike Georgia a little more than Tennessee, but at the same time, listen, I've been sitting in the stands right in the middle of all those idiot Tennessee fans that come down here singing Rocky Top, and I got to tell you, at least the Georgia fan base is more educated than the Tennessee fan base. The Tennessee fan base, one of the most uneducated fan bases that I ever can remember. And you think Florida's is, right? I'm sure that you think Florida's is.
No, I think Miami might be worse than Florida.
Yeah. And Tennessee's is right there with you. Now, Florida State, I don't like Florida State or Georgia, but what I will say about both of them is, for the people that I know, they're pretty educated football fans, except for a few Georgia ones that I won't call out on the radio.
My goodness.
But here's the thing. I think Tennessee is making this their Super Bowl tomorrow, and I'm going to call the upset, Kyle. I'm going to go against you here. I'm taking the Volunteers. I'm going to take the Volunteers to win by a field goal at Rocky Top tomorrow.
Big upset. And I'll be honest with you, I could see this game going either way. I just think Kirby Smart's too good of a football coach to go in there and lose tomorrow. I don't think Tennessee's talent for talent. I think Georgia's better, and I think Kirby's a better coach.
Well, I don't disagree with that, but I'm going to tell you, I think
you're taking the home field advantage at the Rocky Top, which is going to be huge.
I think it's going to be huge. I mean, they get 100,000 people in the Neyland Stadium, and they sing that song all game long. And you know what? I mean, there is a way to combat that. You combat that by getting a lead early and shutting it up. And, you know, we know teams that have done that. Florida, I mean, Tennessee can't beat Florida. So I've seen Florida walk into Rocky Top and win in that stadium, and it's no problem. Georgia may do the same thing tomorrow, but something tells me that Tennessee is going to hang in there and win that game late.
I think it's absolutely a game in the fourth quarter, for sure.
Got a shout-out from my buddy Kyle Cushenberry. Kyle, you know Kyle Cushenberry. He said he's Boomer Sooner. He's rooting for Oklahoma tomorrow. I don't even know who Oklahoma's playing tomorrow.
Oklahoma had a big win last week.
Man, I tell you what, we talked about that game last week at halftime, and big win for Oklahoma. So Boomer Sooner, Kyle, he said, keep up the good job in the second half. We'll see what we can do. We need the Wildcats to pull through. That's what we need, Kyle.
Big time.
So, hey, last game I'm going to mention here. I'm only mentioning this. This is not a close point spread game, but it's an interesting game. Wisconsin and the Badgers are going to take it over to Tuscaloosa tomorrow to take on Alabama. Now, I think Alabama's going to win. What do you think?
I think Alabama's going to win. I think Alabama won 73-0 last week. I think Alabama's going to put it on Wisconsin by more than whatever the spread. I'm guessing the spread is 17-21.
Yeah, it's about a 20-point spread.
I'm guessing Alabama covers the spread.
So you're telling me that Florida State and Alabama played week one, and then both of them turned around and scored over 70 the next week.
There you go.
Something's wrong with their scheduling. Come on, man.
I'm telling you, Alabama's a good football team, and they're going to prove they're a good football team.
Hey, they may, and you may prove a lot of people wrong, and Florida State may go undefeated. I don't know.
I'm saying that. I'm just telling you,
I don't see it.
Be good.
I don't see it. We'll talk about that later. But hey, Florida State's not playing this week.
They're not. We got a much deserved bye. Hey, we're 2-0, and we feel very good about it.
All right. Well, listen. I want to thank everybody for listening in to the Farm Bureau halftime report. Also, want to thank a couple of other sponsors. My man Oscar Gray down there at Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning. Our buddy Larry Birkins down there at Birkins Chevrolet. Did you ever get a chance to see the Birkins Chevrolet commercial last week leading up to the Ponte Vedra game?
I did.
It was an intro. I'll show it to you. It's on YouTube. But what would Larry say about our touchdown in the first?
Come on, Wildcats.
He'd say, come on, Wildcats. All right. Also, my buddy Tim Hughes down there at American Recycling. Tim Hughes, one of the biggest Wildcat fans you'll meet, and he listens in each and every week. And Sabrina Thrift over there at Dual State Real Estate. Want to thank all those folks for being Wildcat sponsors. And, Kyle, when we come back, we're going to have the second half of the night's ball game. The Wildcats will kick off to First Coast, and First Coast will have the ball with a 13-7 lead. You're listening to Wildcat Football. Corey will take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more Wildcat Football here on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Just getting started here, third quarter of tonight's ball game, downtown McClenny, Florida. The Wildcats of Baker County doing battle with the Buccaneers from First Coast. The Buccaneers with a 13-7 lead over the Wildcats as we get set to kick it away. Brock Boatwright's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. And First Coast going to send a couple of guys back. But they're not real deep, Kyle.
They're expecting an onside kick. They watched us last week. You tell First Coast watch some film. Look, they got everybody up and 2 guys back.
Yeah, they had an off week last week, so they should have been watching film. We did. You're exactly right. I forgot that last week against Ponte Vedra, we came out in the second half and got the onside kick. Boatwright's looking to the sideline awful close because he might be asking, hey, Coach, are you still thinking the same thing?
We might get a little change of call here. I'd probably pooch it to one of the corners here.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to. I mean, I would just kick it deep. I mean, Boatwright's got the leg for a touchback. The wind's kind of died down here after the start of the game, so.
Field looks good, don't it, Mike? That's really good.
I posted on my Facebook last week. If you want to see a picture of it, you can go find me on Facebook.
I don't have Facebook, Mike.
Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people listening. The people listening. I posted a picture of this field last week with the Wildcats walking out for the handshake. But Andy Giddens, good friend of mine, and graduated the year behind me in high school. And Andy Giddens, now the principal at Baker County High School, he brought back the gold, man. Yeah. And the red and gold and the black on the BC logo in the middle of the field is about as good as it can be, man. Boatwright kicks it deep here, and it's going to be returned from the 5-yard line. Zeke Taylor got down there and tried to make a tackle inside the 10. The return man gets it across the 23, but I see another flag down, probably going to be a block in the back. And Boatwright did what I said, is to kick it deep, and so they were underestimating the kick, had to go all the way back to the 5 to pick it up. Going to get a block in the back against First Coast, so this is probably going to come back to somewhere around the 10 or 12-yard line.
Yeah, they did watch film, Mike. They was expecting an onside kick. They didn't watch the other 6 or 7 kickoffs where he kicked it out of the end.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That was way too close.
You got 2 guys back there. You should have sent one deep and kept one up, and they didn't.
This has been a penalty flag for the game.
You said it. You said a mouthful right there, I'm going to tell you. Half the distance going to take us back to around the 11-yard line where they'll set it up, or right at the 10-yard line, first down and 10. So
I think this sets the tone, Mike, for the second half. This defensive stand right here will set the tone for this whole Wildcat football team in the second half.
Yeah, going to need it. Going to need it right here. First down and 10. Kennedy, the quarterback for the Buccaneers. 11:53 to go, third quarter. Just underway from Memorial Stadium. Kennedy fakes it left, and he's going to come back to this side. On the short side of the field, Kennedy's down the sideline, and he gets across the 20-yard line where he'll step out of bounds. They'll actually say he steps out at the 19.5, but almost 10 yards on a little trick play coming around the left side for the quarterback, Kennedy.
Yep, a little misdirection. They faked the sweep to the wide side of the field, and Kennedy brought it back this side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not really a trick play, more like a
get your eyes on a reversal
play. Get you following the wrong thing. 11:46 to go, third quarter. Kennedy in the shotgun, second down and 1. They're going to send 3 receivers to the near side of the field, 1 to the top. Handoff straight ahead. Coates has got it, and Coates is going to run for the first down and about 3 more as he gets out to the 24-yard line. And a first down for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's Grayson Thrift and Casey Cruz on the stop. But, hey, it's too much. 3 is too much.
3 is too much, but a first down for the Buccaneers. First down and 10 out to the 24-yard line. And Kennedy's going to be in the shotgun. They'll split out 1 receiver to the left this side, and 3 to the top of the field. That's the strong side of the field. Kennedy, handoff again. They're going to run the football. They spread the field out. Coach has got it. He's across the 30, out to the 31-yard line, a gain of about 7 yards on first down.
Yep. Good-looking drive for First Coast here. Wildcats got to do something different. We got to be able to stop the run.
I agree. Got to stop the run. Got to stop it here early and not let.
Bad news coming on the injury front for the Wildcats this week. Mike, the 7, Brian Tyson, which is going to be, he played 1 game this year against Bradford, but he's out for the season with a shoulder injury. He was going to play both sides of the ball for the Wildcats this year.
Second down play. The Wildcats a good hit right at the line of scrimmage there as Zeke Taylor came up and hit the running back about a yard upfield. So it's going to bring up third down and about 1 coming up for the First Coast Buccaneers. And I got to tell you, Kyle, this is important because, you know, they got a 13-7 lead. It's just underway here in the third quarter, but if they are able to go down the field and make this a 2-touchdown game, that makes this job very tough for the Wildcats.
Very tough. Big play. Great play by Zeke Taylor. I like that kid, man. transfer from Lake Butler. He'll come up and hit you.
Third down play coming up for the Buccaneers. Third down, Kennedy in the shotgun. 10:05 to go in the third quarter. Kennedy takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. He's going to have a first down and more. He's out across the 40-yard line.
A hold. They held
a flag down behind the play here, and maybe a hold, like you said, against First Coast. That's what it'll be. So it'll be third down over. But he would have had a first down, moved to the head.
That's because he held 88, Casey Cruz. That guy's held 88 all night. He's been called a few times for it.
Yeah. So after that play, they're going to mark it from, looks like they'll mark it from around the 34-yard line and take it all the way back, well, around the 33-yard line back to the 23. So instead of third down and 1, Kyle, you got third down and 11.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge hold right there. It helps the Wildcats tremendously. We got to get a stop here now.
Third down, Kennedy in the shotgun. Huge holding penalty against the Buccaneers here. Pass play. Kennedy's going to get out of pressure there, and he's going to look to throw one deep downfield. He's got a receiver coming open here, and a catch is going to be made. Right? No, he got it broken up. The receiver, the ball was there. The receiver had it in his hands, and number 4, Gibbons, came in there and broke it up for the Wildcats.
Huge play, man. We was beat, and 4 didn't give up on the play. And then when the guy goes up against the ball, we dislodged the ball. Great play by 4, not staying with the play.
He stayed with it for sure and makes a big play there. So the Wildcats dodge a bullet after that third down holding call. And now we're going to get the football back. Rhett Roden's going to go back to return the punt coming from First Coast. And, Kyle, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the first time First Coast has punted tonight.
It is. Let's see, they got a different punter than they do kicker. They do.
Yeah, definitely. The kicker is not the same as the punter for First Coast. 9:43 to go, third quarter. Cats down by 6. We'll get the football back here. Oh, high snap, punch away, and not a good one. Line drive, but it does take a First Coast roll. It's going to come out near midfield, so kind of a lucky break that time for First Coast. He got a high snap. He went up and got it, but a punt that kind of line drived off his foot comes all the way over here near the Wildcat sidelines and goes to rest at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, special teams right now for the Wildcats is a huge advantage. We got to take advantage of this field position. We got to march the ball down here and score, man. This is a huge first possession of the second half for the Wildcat offense.
Huge possession for the Wildcats here, and they've got great field position to start this second half. First possession of the Cats in the second half. First down and 10 from the 50. Register in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the short side of the field and 1 receiver to the strong side on the top. Wildcats hand it off to Ruiz. No, great play fake by Hudson Register, and he goes around the right end. Ruiz is going to hate that play after it's over with because he got lit up in the backfield, and Hudson Register is going to take this one down 9 yards for a big 9-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, that's just a great read. Last second by Register to pull that and get 9 yards on first down. Huge play by Register right there.
Hudson Register, second down and 1 coming up after the 9-yard gain. Register's in the shotgun. He's got Delano Ruiz in the backfield with him along with Chase Williams. Williams caught the only Wildcat touchdown of the night earlier with a pass play from Register on fourth down.
He did. Old Tebow jump pass.
Second down and 1. Register now from the 41 of First Coast. Hands it off to Ruiz. No, he faked it again. Stuck it in there, pulled it out. Goes down to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line, 4-yard gain for Hudson Register. And it's a first down for the Cats.
Well, I think you're right, man. I think old one out there don't like getting that play fake, do he? He's getting hit hard.
He's getting hit. Ain't no doubt. He's taking it. He's taking it.
I'd like to see this Wildcat offensive line step up right here. Let's open some holes. You ought to be able to wear this First Coast team out.
I agree. Go ahead and just get another methodical drive going and let Brock Boatwright kick the extra point and take the lead here. 8:12 to go, third quarter. This time Register reads it with his own read play again, and Hudson Register, a good run, 8 more yards, down to the 29-yard line. He went straight ahead. He just kind of rode the running back over to the right side, faked it at the last minute, and we go to the 29-yard line.
People don't realize how difficult that is that Register's doing. He's pulling that ball at the last second. Great read by him. 3 in a row I've watched him. He's held it to the last second. He's pulling it and making great yards on first down for the Wildcats.
Now Register comes to the sideline for a breather. They're going to put Hudson Hodges in there at the Wildcat position here. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You got Williams at fullback, Delano Ruiz at running back, and Hodges lines up in the Wildcat formation here. Hodges takes it running to the right side. Hodges is going to get pulled down from behind back to the 30-yard line. So they had a second down and about 2. Now it's going to be third down and 3.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the Wildcat with Hodges has not been effective tonight. I think they've seen a little bit of that on tape against Chiefland Mike, and First Coast is coming and did a good job stopping that tonight. I don't think Hodges is Hodges a threat to throw the ball or not. I mean,
Hodges is, I would say he's not a threat to throw it. I'm thinking he's running. Third down and 3. Hodges is going to run it to the right side. He's going to get hit, but he's going to fight through it, get close to the first down marker. He needed to get to the 26-yard line. Looks like he got there. What do you think? First down?
I think it's first down.
There you go. First down.
6:37 and counting here in the third quarter, Mike. This is a huge drive for the Wildcats. We've said it. We've got to come out and put points on the board here.
Mid-quarter timeout now. 6.5 minutes to go exactly in the third quarter. The Wildcats trail at 13-7 against the First Coast Buccaneers. Kyle going to keep it here during the timeout and give a couple more shout-outs. I was talking to my dad earlier this week, and they weren't able to make it to the game tonight, so I know they're listening at home to hear how Hudson Register and the rest of these Wildcats are doing. So I'll give a shout-out to my dad, Jerry, and Brenda. They're sitting at home tonight listening to the Wildcats, I'm sure. So hopefully we're coming in loud and clear for them. And then my buddy Clayton Duval. I told my buddy Clayton Duval, Clayton Duval, I don't know if you know much about car racing.
Oh, yeah.
But Clayton Duval did something last week that I really would like to do. He was able to get out to Eldora to go see some late model racing there last weekend at Eldora Speedway, and I got a chance to talk to him this week. I was supposed to go by McClenny Tire and Lube today, but my day was so packed. But shout out to my buddy Clayton Duval and his father Phil running McClenny Tire and Lube down there, the big Wildcat boosters. Last week Phil was down there working the grill. I didn't see what the boosters ate tonight. Did you see? I didn't get to see what the boosters ate.
Some fried chicken from Darbyville tonight.
Is that what they have?
Yeah.
Did you get some?
I didn't, but I would like to have some. I hope they got some left after the game.
Nobody came through for us at halftime.
No, Mr. Wilder.
I thought Tim had connections around here.
They ran out of food.
They ran out of food?
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. First down, Cats. First down, Register back in there. No, Hudson Hodges on the Wildcat formation, and he's going to get pulled down from behind this time, and one of the Wildcat helmets comes flying off there.
No call. He's ripped our guy's helmet off. I don't see a flag. I've seen a flag on every other play tonight, but not that one.
The other shout-out I was going to give, your brother, I think your brother was at the game, and I guess he left and said he had to go take care of the kids.
Well, I'm sure he's got twins over there now. He's got a handful, so I'm sure his curfew's probably halftime.
Give your brother Kelly Davis a shout out. I know he's a big Noel fan. What do Noel fans do when you got a bye week?
We pull for people like LSU,
Tennessee. Oh, Hudson Hodges on the Wildcat again. This time they're going to get a face mask coming into that play as the side judge caught that. It looked like they got Hudson Hodges by the face mask. He picked up about 3 yards on the carry, and should be a 5. They're going to call it a 5-yarder, just a 5-yard penalty.
Tell you what I do like tonight, Mike. The Wildcat coaches, they found a way to get you play. Get 6. They got 5. Get your guys that can make plays, that prove they can make plays, get them the ball, and I think they've done a good job of that tonight.
They've done a really good job of it tonight. Now the Wildcats in the middle of kind of a methodical little drive here, going down the field. We got good field position from midfield. We've got it down to the 17 now. It's second down and 1 after the 5-yard face mask penalty. So the Wildcats are just going to have to get together, get lined up here, and let's get this thing in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, huge drive. This is a big time possession. We've got to get points on this possession.
Hudson Hodges still in there as Register gets a breather on the sideline. He plays both ways, so they're running this Wildcat offense right now with Hodges. You've got Delano Ruiz in there at tailback. This time Ruiz is going to get the snap in the Wildcat. Hodges blocking out to the right. They kind of ran Hodges over here as a little decoy on that play, snapped it to Ruiz, and Ruiz is going to get the first down for the Wildcats as we're down to the 14-yard line now, 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, good thing here, Mike. We can still get another first down at the 4-yard line here. So clock's running, 4:44 and counting here in the third quarter. Wildcats trail 13-7.
Keldon Dupree will split out to the top side of the field, the strong side over there as receiver. You got Rhett Roden on this side, 2 receivers set. Hodge is still in there. This time Chase Williams checks back in at fullback, and Delano Ruiz is in the tailback position. So Hodges lines up again in the Wildcat with Ruiz to his right. Ruiz blocking ahead. Hodges has got it. He's down to the 12, maybe the 11. He might have gotten 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, positive yards on first down, Mike. I'll take it. I'm telling you, after what, we need yards on first down. We need second and third and manageables, and that's what we're doing right here. We're inside the red zone right now. We got to put it in.
You just need to limit the number of penalties that we've gotten. And, I mean, thankfully, the one penalty that's come down on this drive is going against First Coast with the face mask.
And we are content to just let this play clock run down to under 10 about every snap.
And, you know, listen, maybe that's the personality that Coach Kennedy wants to have with this offense.
Could be.
It could be. Ruiz this time in the Wildcat. Ruiz is going to take it left side, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. He might have fumbled the football, Kyle.
I think he did.
First Coast is saying they've got it. Wildcats are going to come up with it, so it's going to be third down, though, as Ruiz got hit in the backfield that time, lost about 2 yards on the play. And now Hudson Register is going to check back in there at quarterback on a third down possible passing situation here.
Yep. We're looking at a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 here, Mike. I think you got to throw it here.
3rd down and 8. We got 3:05 and counting to go in the third quarter. The Cats still trail 13-7 in this ball game. First Coast with the lead as we head down toward the end of the third quarter. 3rd down, call it 8. Register in the shotgun. Register calls for it. Fakes the handoff to Ruiz, and Register is going to get sacked in the backfield here as the play call was to fake the handoff to Ruiz and then look for a receiver to the right corner of the end zone, and we just didn't have time.
No, you didn't have time. He had 2 receivers on the route, Mike. You had Rhett Roden up top and Keldon Dupree on the bottom. That's only 2 receivers in the route. Both of them was covered.
Not only that, Register just didn't have time to
do anything anyway.
So 4th down. The sack was for about a yard. This is going to be a snap back to the 23-yard line, so this will be another 33-yard attempt from the right hash for Brock Boatwright. Snap is a good one, and it's caught by Register, and Boatwright's pulled this one to the left, and it's no good. The snap was a little high, Kyle. I saw it coming. You saw disaster coming. Register had to reach out for it and pull it back, and it kind of just threw the timing of that kickoff just somewhat. Plenty of leg for Boatwright, but he pulled it left, Kyle, and it's no good, and the Wildcats get no point.
The Wildcats are going to look back at this game if we happen to lose this game, Mike, and look at the wasted red zone opportunities. Waste from penalties, from mistakes, from interceptions to missed kicks. In the red zone, you got to find a way to put the ball in the end zone.
I think that's the first miss for Boatwright this year. He kicked a good one from 36 last week, and he's made all his extra points. And that snap that time just threw the whole thing off.
It did. It was a good job by Hudson Register to get the snap down.
2:05 to go, third quarter. Now First Coast going to take the football again. Kennedy's going to run to his right. Kennedy's got a hole, 25-30, and the quarterback Kennedy's out across the 40, 45, 50, and Kennedy is going to be finally upended at the Wildcat 45. A big run for Tony Kennedy, the First Coast quarterback, on first down.
Yep, missed tackles again. We've talked about it all night. Missed tackles after missed tackles after missed tackles for the Wildcats.
Well, First Coast fans are holding their breath over there as Kennedy's down on the field after that tackle. He got upended and kind of fell awkwardly toward the end of that play. And they're going to check on him over there. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Yeah, he's cramping. They're pushing both toes back.
But Kennedy, the quarterback for First Coast, probably have to leave this game for a play or two before he'll come back. So 1:53 to go here, third quarter. Wildcats trailing 13-7. We just missed the field goal, Kyle, and First Coast has turned it around. They've got a first down inside the Wildcat 45-yard line.
Yep, he's played by Kennedy. He's been making plays all night with his arm and his legs. He made one with his legs.
And that's what you have to guard against, after a letdown. The Wildcats wanted that 3 points. We got let down there, and turn it around, a big play for the other team going the other way. So, that's what happens. Wildcat defense is going to have to step up here, keep this a one-score ball game.
Oh, you got to. It's a must. if this game gets to 20 or 19-7, Mike, I'm not feeling very good about it right now.
1:53 to go here, third quarter. Cat defense back on the field now. It's been a nail-biter back and forth all night. First Coast had a 7-0 lead. The Wildcats were able to come back, make it a 7-7 game after a Hudson Register touchdown pass on a fourth down play to Chase Williams. But then right near the end of the first half, Kyle, the Wildcats got a huge interception return by Taz Kinghorn all the way inside the 5-yard line. Crazy turn of events with the penalty forced the Wildcats into a third down situation. We had a pass batted at the line of scrimmage and then return for an interception, 96 yards.
Yep.
And that's why First Coast is ahead, 13-7. Backup quarterback in there for Kennedy now, and he's going to take it and just run it straight ahead. And we'll see how long it takes for Kennedy to possibly check back into this ball game. As number 16 is the backup. That is Ronnie Williams, Jr. He runs to the sideline for the play call, so he's going to stay in there for maybe a series here.
Yeah, I think them cramps, they get on you, Mike. That's a bad thing.
Second down play coming up, 2nd down and 8, 1:16 to go here in the third quarter. So fortunate for the Wildcats that Kennedy is on the sideline for now. 2nd down and 8. They're going to run it to the left side. This time, great pursuit by the Wildcats. Coach runs the Wildcats formation here. Fumble on the field. One of the linemen for First Coast had a chance to get his hands on it there, and the Wildcats are going to come down with it. Going to have to check this flag over here on the sideline. If it's against First Coast, the Wildcats have got a turnover. Oh, it's a flag. Coach, the running back, lined up in the Wildcat that time for First Coast, and it was great pursuit by the Wildcat defense as they brought the ball to this side of the field. And after he came back to the middle, the fumble happened on the field, and the fumble was a scramble. I mean, it was a scramble on the field. The First Coast lineman had a chance to get it. The Wildcats got it. Did you see who came out with it?
I did not, but it was a scramble for the ball down there. But the First Coast got another player down right now.
But the holding penalty goes against First Coast, so the turnover should be Wildcat football. They haven't moved the chains yet.
Another huge play by the Wildcat defense. I mean, they've made them all year. This defense is there.
Look at Tim Wilder coming through, Kyle. What in the world? He's got a whole sack full of goodies down there.
A little bit of everything here, man.
Give Tim a pat on the back.
Man, look at that.
You give Tim a big pat on the back?
Oh, yeah. You was talking about him a while ago.
The Wildcat Band. Tim says the Wildcat Band sent us all some food up here. So thank you to the Wildcat Band. Appreciate that. All right, so the First Coast player is good. He got up off the field on his own power, so that's good to see. And now the Wildcats are going to put the ball in play, 1st down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. So good field position here for the Cat offense to come back on the field. Only 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter, but the Wildcats need another good drive here, and let's go take the lead in this ballgame. 1st down and 10, Wildcats. Hudson Register in the game at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right side of the formation, 1 to the left. Register is going to hand it off to Delano Ruiz, and a good carry for the Wildcat running back as he runs a hard inside First Coast territory down to the 42-yard line, and that'll be a Wildcat first down.
Hey, great start. Like I say, positive yards on first down. Nice hard running by Ruiz right there.
Good running for Ruiz down to the 42-yard line. Wildcats go quickly here. First down play, Ruiz again. Ruiz found something in the middle of that defense, and he's going to pick up 8 tough yards again here. So 2 back-to-back plays, good runs for Delano Ruiz, number 1 for the Cats.
This is the first time we went quick all night, man. We're playing on tempo night. We've been calling for that for a long time now.
Here we go, 2nd down, call it. Oh, and now First Coast is going to say timeout. First Coast calls a timeout here with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Wildcats were running some tempo there. You like to see it. We'll keep it here during the timeout. Just 20 seconds to go. Wildcats with the football and the momentum after the big fumble around midfield.
Yep, I like the tempo out of Wildcats. I mean, obviously, First Coast didn't like it. They had to burn a timeout there. So nice hard running by Ruiz. And Mike, I told you, we're moving into the fourth quarter here. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 13-7. We score here and an extra point by Boatwright. it's a 14-13 ball game, and that 1 point we talked about could loom huge.
Oh, it could. I'm telling you, they missed that extra point, and we knew it right away. They also missed a field goal in the first half of this ball game as well. So those two First Coast plays definitely looming large, along with some of the turnovers. You know, their quarterback threw a big interception. We threw an interception. We fumbled the football. They fumbled the football. So turnovers could loom large in this game as well.
Absolutely. A lot of flags. Sloppy football.
A lot of flags tonight. That's got to be cleaned up on both sides for sure. Wildcats travel to Baldwin next week for the first district game of the year. Right now we trail by 6, about to head to the fourth quarter. Second down play. Cats are going to run it again with Ruiz. He's got another good run down inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line of First Coast. That's going to be another first down for the Wildcat offense.
Yeah, they found something. I think this First Coast team looks like they're getting tired, Mike. Let's see how these Wildcats can battle at the line of scrimmage and open these holes.
And trying to go fast again here with 8 seconds on the clock. This time Ruiz gets hit at the line, but Register went around the left end on a little zone read play. Good call by Register as he goes around the left end and is going to pick up about 5 yards here. So it'll be second down and 5 for the Cats as we get to the fourth quarter. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. 13-7 First Coast. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, send it back to the station at Glen Baptist, and we'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Just underway in the fourth quarter here at Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. The Wildcats of Baker County doing battle against the First Coast Buccaneers. Third down play coming up for the Cats now. Going to run it straight ahead with Ruiz. Actually, fake. Hudson Register faked it to Ruiz up the middle, and he's going to go around the left end. A great play read that time by Register. They stopped Ruiz on second down. This time the Wildcats pull it out, go around the left end. Register is going to pick up a first down at the 5-yard.
Yeah, that kid, number 6, Hudson Register, has put this team on his back so far tonight.
First down play inside the 5, and it's going to be Ruiz up the middle for the Cats, and he's going to get it down close to the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. It'll be second and goal coming up for the Cat offense. And the thing that they've made the adjustment to is the tempo offense on this drive. Second down and goal, they're going to snap it in there. Register's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get hit at the 5 and maybe get back to the 4. The referee,
their guy, they were trying to run a guy off, Larry. I don't think he got off the field, but the ref missed it.
Now it's going to be third down. Third down and goal coming up for the Cats. We lost yards on that play back to the 4-yard line.
That's the same red zone missed opportunities we've had all night. You got to find a way to stick this in, Mike.
Third down play coming up for the Cats. Big play here. Third and goal inside the 5-yard line. Register takes it, calls his own number. He's running to the left side. He's going to fight, he's going to push, and he's going to get into the end zone. The touchdown for the Cats as Hudson Register got hit right around the 1 and pulled in the First Coast defenders to the end zone. Touchdown.
That's Hudson Register, and that's just pure will to get in the end zone right now. This kid's been very impressive tonight. I don't care what anybody says about Hudson Register. That kid can play football. He's a tough football player, and tonight he's been the best player on the football field for the Wildcats.
Register ties the game 13-all with 10:29 to go. And now Brock Boatwright is going to try to put the Wildcats on top here with the extra point. Good answer for the Cats after the fumble back around midfield. And Brock Boatwright is money down the middle, and the Wildcats now take a 14-13 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Nice. Now you give your defense the lead. Now let's see what your defense does. They've carried you all year. Now it's time to go get a quick stop, and let's go ahead and run away with this thing, Mike.
Well, I like what we're seeing. You know, that tempo offense definitely caught First Coast and had them on their heels that entire drive. The Wildcats got it close to midfield there after the fumble play and were able to take it down the length of the field and score the touchdown. A lot of good runs by Delano Ruiz on that drive, a lot of good runs by Hudson Register. I don't think we even attempted a pass on that possession, did we?
We didn't. We had attempted at 3 all night. I think one of them got ran back for a pick six. So let's keep it on the ground for a little while.
Yeah, there's always a silver lining.
Our buddy Trav from Trav's Barbershop texting us tonight. He's saying, "Go Cats tonight. Go Cats."
Yeah, go Cats. 10:29 to go in the ball game. Right now, a 1-point lead for the Wildcats here at home, trying to improve their record to 2-2 on the season before we head to Baldwin next week for a pivotal first district contest of the year. Boatwright kicks this one to the left sideline over here, and it's going to roll out of bounds. So First Coast is going to get the football from the 35-yard line to start their drive.
You don't see that much from Boatwright, Mike. That's a mistake that he usually don't make.
So First Coast is going to be back to the offense, and Kennedy is going to come back onto the field now, the quarterback for First Coast. He was nursing some cramps a little bit earlier and sat out when they got the fumble. So Kennedy back into the game now as the quarterback for First Coast. Yeah, they find themselves down by a point. He got him some pickle juice. He's ready to go again. Let's go ahead and hit him. Kennedy stands in there in the shotgun around the 30-yard line. First down and 10, First Coast from the 35. They send 3 receivers to the high side of the field. He looks that way on first down. Catch made there. A good tackle by the Wildcats. Taz Kinghorn shed the block, came back, made the tackle, and a 3-yard loss on first down.
You couldn't teach that, coach that, or do that any better than what Taz Kinghorn just did. Shed the block, like you said, Mike, and come up and make a great tackle in the open field.
Great job by Taz Kinghorn. He's been playing a great ball game tonight. Several Wildcats with some great performances, and right now a 1-point lead with 10 minutes to go in the ball game. First Coast has Kennedy in the shotgun. Now they're going to switch sides and put 3 receivers on the near side. 1 receiver to the top. 4-receiver formation. Kennedy straight drop, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He has to dance out of there. He scrambles to his left, fires one deep down the middle of the field, and he's got a man wide open. Catch is made at the 25, to the 15, to the 10, and he's tackled there by the Wildcats, but somehow or another, number 3, Kendrick Hurd, got open, and Kennedy able to find some time in the backfield. He was under heavy pressure. He scrambled away and got the ball all the way down to Hurd. He almost ran it in for a touchdown. The Wildcats able to get him at the 10-yard line.
I have no idea how we bust the coverage that bag. Nobody was around him.
I mean, he was quarantined, like my buddy Mick Hubert used to say. And Hurd was 1 tackle away from taking that all the way to the house. First down and goal now at the 10-yard line for the First Coast offense. Send a man in motion here on first down. Kennedy going to run it himself. Runs it to the right side. He's got the 10. He's inside the 8 to the 4-yard line. A tackle there, touchdown saving tackle by Zeke Taylor on the right corner. And that's going to take the ball to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
Well, here's the deal, Mike. This Wildcat defense needs to stop here. I don't know if they feel good about their kicking game, so they're probably in 4-down territory right here.
First Coast trying to answer quickly the Wildcat touchdown from a few moments ago. Second down and goal from the 4-yard line. Man in motion for the Buccaneers. Kennedy going to run it to the left side this time. This time he's going to dance inside the 5, and Kennedy goes untouched into the end zone. And so just like that, about 4 plays later, First Coast drives the field and scores a touchdown against the Wildcats. 65-yard drive, the big play, the pass down the field to Hurd. And it's a touchdown for the Buccaneers.
Yep, that's not what you want to see if you're a Wildcat football player right now. For offense come out and get a big score, and the defense just give up another huge play down the field. I'll be honest with you, Mike. All year long, we cannot cover the pass. I mean, we've blown coverages all year long.
Kennedy now, no decision from First Coast. They are going for it. They are going for 2 here, as they don't even think about kicking the extra point in this situation. Up by 5 right now, 19-14. The 2-point conversion would make it a 7-point ball game. Kennedy in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to dance around, throws to his right, and the pass was knocked away and incomplete to the right side. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So those extra points are looming large right now for this First Coast football team, but they do take the lead back, 19-14. The Wildcats are going to need another score to take the lead in this ball game as we trail by 5 with 8:38 to go in the ball game.
Yep. Now, Coach Thomas is mad right now. Our defense coordinator. I think he's saw enough of these bus coverage all year too. He's lighting into these Wildcats.
Wildcats will get the kickoff here, down 19-14. First Coast answered the Wildcat touchdown a moment ago. So I will say this though, special teams has been interesting. So this kickoff should be fun. Tyler Jones out there to kick it off for First Coast. The big left footer. Wildcats stand around the 20-yard line. You got Ruiz on one side and Gibbons on the other side. They back up to about the 15-yard line. Going to need an answer here. I hope that the offense goes back to the tempo. I like the way they operated with the tempo.
You're 8 minutes and 38 seconds left there in the fourth quarter, so I think we're going to have to go tempo.
High little pooch kick comes down at the 25, taken there by Ruiz. Ruiz has got it to the 30. He's out across the 35 to the 40-yard line, so good field position for the Wildcat offense. And that wasn't Ruiz. That was number 8.
That was Ruiz.
It was Ruiz. Okay. Number 8 just came out with the ball for some reason. So they'll put it at the 39-yard line. The Wildcat offense back on the field now. We find ourselves trailing again, 19-14 here. 8:33 to go, fourth quarter. Reminder one more time, the Wildcats will travel next week to Baldwin, our first district contest of the year. And Kyle, I told you, when these games start, the season kind of rolls by. Next week will be the midway point of the season already. Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it goes.
Wildcats on the field, first down from the 39-yard line. Register fakes the handoff, throws one to the right side, and it's incomplete over there on the far sideline. Just trying to run a little inside handoff fake and throw the pass to the right side, and one of the First Coast defensive linemen is injured on the play.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball to Hodges right there on kind of a little running back screen, and it just covered well by First Coast.
8:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Wildcats will face a second down and 10, but we'll take a quick timeout for an injury here. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 19-14, First Coast with the lead. You're listening to Wildcat Football here on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation, and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad, and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here in the fourth quarter to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny. The Wildcats of Baker County doing battle here all season long, 2025 Baker County Wildcat football right here on WFBB. Special thanks to Glen Baptist Church, Pastor Chaz rolling over there. And Kyle, the Wildcats now face a third down and about 11. They tried a second down run there inside fake handoff, and Register went around the right end, but he was tackled in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. It's 3rd down and 11, 7:49 to go in the ball game. Yep. Register takes the snap here on 3rd down, looking to throw. Fires it left side. He's got a catch made across the 45, across the 50-yard line. Good catch by Delano Ruiz as he pulls it in, and the Wildcats are going to move the chains and get a 1st down.
Great play call there by the Wildcats. Offense coordinator Cameron Ford. We slipped Delano out of the backfield. He makes a good catch. Good throw by Register for the first time.
Midfield. The Wildcats have it right on the midfield stripe, right in front of us here along the Wildcat sideline. 1st down handoff. Ruiz has got a good gain. He's out across the 50 to the 45-yard line, and it could be another face mask coming in here as the flag comes in from the far sideline. And before the play was even over, Ruiz was signaling face mask.
Yep. That should be a 15-yarder.
If it is, the Wildcats are going to get a 1st down inside the 40 down to around, should be close to the 30-yard line.
5-yard. I didn't call it 15. I called it 5.
But that's going to be enough to move the chains here because Ruiz picked up 5 yards on the carry, and you're going to get 5 more yards on the face mask. So now the Cats have a 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. So it looked bleak. You had a 3rd down 11. You get a big pass play to Ruiz, and now another 1st down after the face mask. So the Cats now in position, 1st down with 7.5 minutes to go from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, huge play by Register and Ruiz we kind of slipped him out the backfield right there. He makes a great catch and picks up 11 for the 1st down. A huge 3rd down conversion.
Huge 3rd down conversion for the Wildcats. That was a nice pass play, and Delano Ruiz was able to reel it in. He kind of out in front of him, and he caught it, pulled it back in, got the 1st down.
I mean, Mike, we hadn't thrown the ball, like I said, probably the 4th pass attempt of the night, and I'm not sure that may be our first completion of the night. So anyway.
That was a safe pass, though. You say you got a little safe pass play out in the flat.
Yep. Well, it's 7 minutes and 30 seconds. We got to quit being so safe. We'll go score touchdowns. Let's go. What's the Phillies score? Oh, man.
8-2. Heading to the 8th inning, the Phillies have an 8-2 lead over the Royals tonight. The Phillies looking for their 5th win in a row, and I shared with you earlier, they are 11 games out in front of the National League East. How do you feel about that as a Braves fan?
Waiting on the season to get up.
1st down play, Wildcats. They're going to run a little end-around fake here as Hudson Hodges gets it back over here to Gibbons. Gibbons running to the right, looking for a blocker. He's still got the ball on the field at the 45. Flag comes in. He's at the 40 to the 35 to the 30 and pushed out of bounds there, but this is probably going to come back.
Yeah, you can't run that many times across the field and expect the flag not to be thrown back. You know that as well as I do.
They ran a little razzle-dazzle reverse play that time. Hudson Hodges had it, tossed it back to Gibbons. Gibbons tried to find room on the right side, but when he reversed field, that's when the holding flag came out. It would have been close to a 1st down after it was all said and done, but they'll mark the flag about the 40-yard line, so this is going to put the Cats behind the chains back to midfield.
Yeah, Mike, another big penalty on 1st down. I mean, it's hard enough for us to move the ball already on offense. I mean, once we get behind the chains like this, it makes it way more difficult.
No doubt about it. 1st down, that's a 20-yard penalty. You know, the play went to the 30-yard line, so all the way back to the 50, you net a 20-yard loss on that. And instead of 1st down and 10 at the 30, you've got 1st down and 20 from midfield. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Hudson Register in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, and now a flag down before the play. Did somebody move? Oh, boy. Or did First Coast come into the neutral zone? No, it's 5 yards on the Wildcat. So that makes it tougher. You go from 1st and 20 to 1st and 25, and the Wildcats marching backwards on 2 straight penalties.
Yeah, we're going the wrong way here, Mr. Cruz. So I tell you, man, penalties, mistakes, a lot of stuff's going to haunt this Wildcat team if we end up losing this football game enough.
1st down, 25, Register, straight drop, looking to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's got to scramble out of there, and Hudson's going to get back close to the midfield stripe, but another flag down.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold, Mike, and Hudson had no time to throw the ball. As if he wasn't holding, he'd have been on his back.
I mean, it's a flag party here, another holding call against the Cats, so that's going to back us up even further. We had a 1st and 25, so now you're going to go from the 45 all the way back to the 35, and it's going to be 1st down and 35 yards to go.
And the clock's at 6:35 here in the fourth quarter, Mike. We're in need of a big play, and we need it now. We've got to quit killing ourselves.
I mean, if you need 35 yards on 1st down, it puts yourself in a tough spot, man.
It does, absolutely.
That's basically 3.5 1st downs you need right here on one possession, so it makes it tough. 1st down play, Cats all the way back to their own 35-yard line, 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Register has 3 receivers now, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 4 receiver set. The Wildcats will run Register to the middle here, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards out to the 45-yard line, so you get 10 of the 35 back, and it's going to be 2nd down and 25 now.
Yep, good gain on 1st down. That's just, you can't get 30 or 40 yards at one time, Mike. Let's get it little by little.
How do you eat an elephant, Kyle?
Well, little by little, I guess, Mike.
One bite at a time. You got it. Yeah, one bite at a time. They got 11 on that play. Now 2nd down and 24. Going to hand it off to Delano Ruiz. He's running hard. He gets across midfield. He gets into First Coast territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. A good hard run, 15 yards for Delano Ruiz, and that's going to put the Wildcats back to a manageable 3rd and 10 situation.
Yeah, I like one race. He's running hard tonight. Ruiz, it looked like he got horse collar there to me, Mike. He didn't get called, but it looked like a horse collar.
3rd down, call it 10 from the 40-yard line. 5:20 to go in the ball game.
You're in 4-down territory, Mike. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, that's all right.
Absolutely, we're in 4-down territory right there. Get a little bit of it here and a little bit of it next time.
Cut me off, Kyle.
I apologize.
3rd down and 10. Ruiz takes the handoff. He's going to get 5-6 tough yards down to the 34-yard line, so that makes it not even a question. You're going for it on 4th down. They need 4 yards after the 6-yard gain. Getting good yardage with Ruiz here. Maybe they go back to Ruiz or some misdirection with a zone read here. 4th down, and First Coast is going to call a timeout to talk about it.
Yeah, we was trying to go tempo again, Mike. First Coast does not like that tempo. I don't know if we've got into tempo enough tonight. Really, I mean, I don't think they like it at all. The 2 times or 3 times we've been in tempo, they're taking timeouts.
Well, big play of the ball game hinges on this next snap of the football. 4:48 to go in the game. First Coast with a 19-14 lead over the Wildcats here as the fourth quarter is ticking down. And you're in the offensive huddle now, Kyle. What do you call here?
I don't know, Mike. I don't know how confident I am with my passing game. So I'm probably finding a way to – I'm probably putting this in Six's hands. The quarterback, like I said, he's took this team by the helm all night. He's made good plays. Let's see if he can make one more. I'd give him a run-pass option.
Got a couple of good options here. I mean, Delano Ruiz has been running the football hard here in the second half. Hudson Registers run the football hard. We didn't really get a lot of mileage out of that Wildcat earlier, but let's see what they call here. We got Register in the shotgun. We're going to have Rhett Roden, Dupree, and Hudson Hodges split out to the right side here, and Delano Ruiz in the backfield. No receivers to the near side of the field.
I like you get Register on the edge, give him a run-pass option right
here. 4th down play. They're going to run it straight ahead. Delano Ruiz is going to get hit, and he's short. He doesn't get anything, and the Wildcats are hit right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to run off left tackle that time, and First Coast was ready for it. Number 18 makes the tackle for First Coast. Jamin Hill, defensive end junior, 6'1", 200-pounder, came in there and got the hit. We did get a yard on the play, but that wasn't enough. It's going to be 1st and 10 going the other way.
No, never had a chance. Never had a chance.
So now the big thing for the Cats is, as you line up on defense, 4:41, the clock's working against the Cats here as First Coast has the football. Kennedy, the quarterback, in there at shotgun. He splits 2 receivers to the right side of the field. You got to think First Coast is thinking run the football and run the clock. Man goes in motion. They call the snap and a flag down before the play. You're going to get 5 yards against First Coast here.
All start on First Coast there. We need a quick stop. We don't need a 1st down. We don't need anything. We need a 3-and-out right here for the Wildcat defense.
Tell you what, if you want to do a clinic on football penalties and what not to do, you should take this game film and show it to all your kids, whatever.
I agree with that. Both sides of the ball. It's been yellow flag after yellow flag.
Yeah, I do not discriminate. It's both teams. It's not the Wildcats, and it's not just the Bucks. Both teams have had their fair share. This time, 5 yards against First Coast sets them back. First down and 15 to the 28-yard line. Kennedy in the shotgun for First Coast. He's going to call his own number, and he's going to run it out to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line, and the Wildcats not going to let Kennedy get out of the grasp there. The whistle blows, and the ball is stopped at the 32-yard line, so he gets it back about 3 yards there. It'll be second down and 12.
Yep. After this snap, Matt, we will be under 4 minutes on the game clock.
Coach checks out of the game. That's the running back for First Coast. He checks out now. A different running back there with Kennedy. It's going to be Hart, Braden Hart, number 13, in the backfield with Kennedy. 3 receivers on the short side of the field here. 3:58 to go in the ball game. Second down, 12. Kennedy calls for the snap. He's going to run it himself again. Running to the left side, trying to get the corner over there, and the Cats had him bottled up, but Kennedy's going to get around the edge. Stays in bounds, but not a big gain. Not much at all on the play. Maybe 2 on the play. It'll make it a third down and 10.
Yep, huge third down. Kennedy did manage to stay in bounds on the play to keep the clock still running.
The clock is the Wildcats' worst enemy right now, but this third down and 10 play, they can make it all good if they can get First Coast off the field here.
Yep. This is it. To me, this is probably the biggest play of the game.
Kennedy's been really dangerous when he's able to scramble and make some yards. He's picked up a couple of big third downs that way. You got to watch number 7.
You've got to spy him. Somebody's got to be up. I'm Kinghorn. I'm watching 7.
Third down play. Kennedy calls for the snap, rolling to his right. Foy trying to get off the block, and he batted away here. Might get a holding call as Foy was trying to get back there, but the pass is incomplete, so the Wildcats will decline that penalty, and the Cats will get the ball back here. 2:54 on the clock.
Great play by Kinghorn. Kinghorn about had another interception, Matt.
So the Cat defense does the job. After they were stopped on downs just a few moments ago, they stop, get a 3-and-out here against the First Coast offense, and now the Wildcats are going to get the ball with a chance to go win this game.
And this is a shaky spot here for the First Coast Bucks. Their special teams has been nothing but sketchy tonight, so I would be interesting to see if we go for a block here.
They're going to send the punter in there. This is number 8, Jimenez, and Jimenez is going to stand back around the 20-yard line. They did have a high snap earlier on a punt formation. Special teams has definitely been an adventure. Jimenez almost gets it blocked, but he gets the high kick out of there, and it's going to take a First Coast roll to around the 43-yard line, maybe the 42 of the Wildcats, and that's where we'll take it first and 10, but very close to a blocked punt.
Taz Kinghorn was inches away from blocking that, Mike, and he was also inches away from roughing the kicker, so I'm glad we didn't get that call. So.
That's the danger. When you send them after the kicker, you got the danger of the running into the kicker or the roughing the kicker, which is the one you don't want. But it works out for the Cats after the stop on downs a moment ago. 2:47 on the clock. The Wildcat offense back on the field now, trailing by 5. A touchdown would win the ball game for the Cats.
Come on, Wildcats.
From the 42-yard line, Register in there, shotgun. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Register calls for the ball, rolls to his right. He's under pressure again right away, and Register is going to be hit and sacked in the backfield. An 8-yard loss on first down as the First Coast defender got back there and ran down Register, and that's a huge loss on first down.
I'll be honest with you, Matt, our pass blocking all year, there's just always a guy running free. Register's running for his life. It's never really got a chance to get going. I mean, it's not just this game. It's been all year long.
Yeah, I mean, the play there was to roll him to the right to give him some more time, but the defender,
this is unblocked.
I mean, the defender came through the line and chased Register down, and it ends up in an 8-yard loss. Second down, 18 now for the Cat offense. Snap back to Register. He fumbled it for a moment, picks it back up. He's going to throw on the run, and this ball is up for grabs, but you're going to get a roughing the passer call here.
Yep.
The Cats might get bailed out as Register tried to throw against his body back to the right side. The First Coast defender hit him as he threw the football. I mean, the ball was tipped, and they're going to say the ball's tipped. I think they might wipe this flag off.
They're going to wave it off.
I don't know. I mean, he was hit as he threw the football. That's hard to call roughing the passer. Now, I'm not citing against the Wildcats here. I'm just saying that's a tough penalty either way. But if it doesn't stand, it's going to be 3rd and 18 for the Cats. It will stand. It's going to be personal foul, roughing the passer against First Coast, a huge call against the Buccaneers. But it will not give the Wildcats a first down, but it will move the Wildcats closer to midfield here, and it'll be a short 2nd down situation.
Yeah, that's a big call for the Wildcats there. I didn't see it, Mike. I was looking downfield. I didn't see
the guy. Yeah, I mean, he hit him. They gotta fix the change. That's not a first down.
That's the automatic first down.
You don't have automatic first downs in high school. It should have been 2nd down, but they gave them a first down. Wildcats throw it, and it's nearly intercepted. Kennedy read it all the way, and Register tried to throw it across the middle that time, and we're lucky we're going to get another play here. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
If I'm going to throw the ball tonight, I'm not throwing it anywhere near 7. But yeah, that's unbelievable. We got to keep the ball away from 7 on defense. Don't throw it anywhere around it.
I don't know. I've been corrected again on the pass. They said all roughing the passers in high school are automatic, but that hasn't always been the case, Kyle.
That's a huge penalty.
First down play was incomplete. Now 2nd down play is going to be run inside midfield to around the 47-yard line, so a 5-yard gain there for the Cats.
We're 1:47 and counting here in the 4th quarter, guys. We got to go. We have to go, and we got to go fast.
Clock running now. 3rd down and 5 for the Cats. 1.5 minutes to go in the game. Register in the shotgun, looks to throw. Straight drop for Register. Fires one deep down the field. He's got Hudson Hodges open inside the 15. A huge play. The Wildcats are going to have a first down at the 10-yard line.
Yep, that's a great throw by Hudson Register to Hudson Hodges.
They give him the 9-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal. You got 4 downs to get it in the end zone for the win here, Kyle. 1:26 on the clock.
Plenty of time, Mike. Plenty of time. Take your time with you, the Wildcats here. Hold on to the football.
Biggest play of the night comes from Register to Hodges. 1st and goal. They hand the ball to Ruiz. Ruiz running inside the 5. He's going to go in the end zone. No. First Coast is going to say they've got the football. Where's the call?
It should be a touchdown. Surely.
I'm not sure what the call is here. First Coast is saying they had a fumble. The officials are saying it was down. I'm not sure. I thought Ruiz went into the end zone.
You know, Coach Kennedy's about to lose his composure right there. I don't know what's going on here.
This is going to be a touchdown, I believe, Kyle. First Coast is saying it's their football going the other way. The Wildcats are saying touchdown.
I don't think nobody in the white hat or black hat knows what's going on out here.
And now the head official is going to explain this to Coach Kennedy. And Coach Kennedy seems like he's okay with the explanation. I'm not sure what it is.
Whatever it is, it's a huge call.
One coach is not going to be happy, but the offense for the Wildcats is going to stay on the field. I think they're going to mark him down. And we're going to get the official explanation here. Register comes to the sideline, so he's going to check out. I don't even know what the call is yet, Kyle.
No,
they haven't spotted the football, but they're back around the original line of scrimmage, which was the 9-yard line, but now they're going to take it down to the 5. Are they going to say he fumbled the football at the 5?
I have no idea. Look, he was in the end zone.
I mean, Ruiz was down to the goal line. If he fumbled it anywhere, it would have been around the 2 or 1. Yeah. But they mark it all the way back to the 5-yard line here. The First Coast team is still not happy. Their coaches are still talking to the referee. But they're going to spot the ball at the 5. I don't know how in the world you spot this at the 5. Regardless of 2nd down and goal from the 5, Hudson Hodges is going to get a false start here. The Wildcats moved quickly. They were going to run the Wildcat formation, and we're going to go back to the 10. There's no way you can stop the football at the 5-yard line, Kyle. No way.
I don't know what was called unless they blew the play dead before offside against the defense. It looked like a false start to me.
Yeah, well, the Wildcats got a break because there was a false start. Ruiz was in motion before the play started, so but we're going to get half the distance now to the 2.5-yard line. So, I mean, it's hard to call what we've got going on here, folks, but stay with us. It's going to be second down for the Caps around the 3-yard line. Coach Kennedy working to get the play call in.
Y'all have 18 seconds. We got to go.
Play call is in. Hudson Hodges is going to bring it out. Delano Ruiz and Hudson Hodges in the backfield here. Wildcat formation with Hodges from the 2.5-yard line. Hodges going to run it straight ahead. He runs to the right. He's in, I think. It should be a touchdown. Hodges is in. Touchdown, Wildcat. Wow.
Hey, what an answer by the Wildcat offense right here. That will go down as one of the biggest throws and catches from Hudson to Hudson that you've seen if we end up winning this football game.
Well, I'm going to say I thought Ruiz was in on the touchdown a moment ago. They came back, put it at the 5. We get the offside, goes down to the 2. Now Hudson Hodges scores the touchdown, so a lot of craziness, but the Cats on top, 20-19 right now.
Yep.
And Kennedy might think about going for 2 here to make this a 3-point game.
I think you absolutely go for 2 here. You don't hurt. If you don't get it, it don't hurt.
Crazy. Well, it doesn't hurt because I don't think First Coast is going to win with a field goal.
No.
I mean,
well, you can't lose with a field goal if you go for 2 and get it.
No. I'm saying if they missed it and you're only up by 1, I don't think First Coast is a threat to win with a field goal. Only if they get it inside the 10, maybe.
Well,
I mean, he did make 1 extra point tonight, but it was not pretty.
Yeah, it don't help you at all going up by 2, though. I think he tried to go up by 3.
Oh yeah, I mean, going for 2 is the right call. Boatwright's automatic, but the 1 point does nothing for you. So.
And I'm still scared with 1:08 left, Mike.
Well, they've got the equalizer on their sideline. I mean, Kennedy's a guy that can go the distance, but the team's got some momentum right now. They're fired up. The defense they stopped on the last series. We're just going to have to stop for a minute to go. That's what we're going to have to do.
That's it.
Wildcats with a 1-point lead, 20-19. 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock, and a flag down is going to be delay a game, so it's going to come from 5 yards further.
Delay a game on an extra point.
It's hard, man. I tell you, I don't know how many flags have flown tonight, but there's been a bunch. Mm-hmm. So after the penalty, the Cats will have to go for 2 around the 8-yard line here. They've got a 1-point lead, 20-19 over First Coast. The biggest factor in this game, Kyle, and we said it way earlier, was those missed extra points for First Coast. They're looming large for the Buccaneers.
They are. Look at the scoreboard right now. We got a 1-point lead, Matt. We said that 1 point may come back to haunt them, and it's haunting them right now.
No doubt. I want to thank all the Wildcat sponsors for making Wildcat football possible tonight. I want to thank Glen Baptist Church and Chaz Rowland and John Meadows and Corey keeping us on the air over there tonight. And hopefully all the Wildcat fans still stay in tune to see who comes out with this win. Right now it looks like the Wildcats are in a great spot to come back and get the come-from-behind victory here in the fourth quarter. That would be huge for this team and momentum as we head to Baldwin next week to start the district season.
I think it's a big, big thing to win this game tonight for this football team, for these players, for these coaches, for these fans, for everybody going into district play next week.
You want some momentum. You want to get these guys with some confidence headed into the Baldwin game next week. And so really, no matter what happens on this 2-point conversion, the defense is just going to have to keep First Coast from making any yardage here at the end of this ball game. Registers in there from the 8-yard line is where we'll start the 2-point conversion. 1:08's on the clock, but the clock won't run on this play. Register takes a snap, rolling to his right. He fires one over there, looking for Rhett Roden out of the backfield, and it's incomplete. Doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter. We didn't necessarily need the 2-point conversion. It would have been nice to make it a 3-point game, but 1-point ball game here, and First Coast going to get it back with 1:08 to go.
Yeah, I think First Coast has one timeout, Mike. The good thing is the field goal kicker. I don't think there's not a range to get in. I don't think they're kicking a field goal, so they got to go score a touchdown.
And listen, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not talking bad about the kid at all. Their special teams tonight has shown that they just don't have.
They don't have it.
they don't have a 30-yard field goal in them. I mean, they've got maybe a 20-yard field goal, but if you're going to get a 20-yard field goal, you got to be down inside the 10-yard line. So I like our chances of not losing by a field goal. You got to play defense here. You got to get after Kennedy. He's the one guy on their sideline that can beat you here at the end of this game.
He's the guy that scares you. He can beat you with his arm or his leg. You can't let him break out. You can't just play back and let him run either, because he's got a minute 08. That's enough time.
Well, the good news is I think First Coast burned up at least 2 of their timeouts, and they should only have 1 left here. Boatwright's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. First Coast got a couple of guys back standing around the 15-yard line for the return. Boatwright's going to put his foot into it, and they're going to kick it short here. Wildcats might have a chance to get the onside kick, but it's going to roll almost out of bounds on the near sideline. But the Wildcats trying an onside kick here at the end of the game is going to give First Coast great field position as number 18, Jamin Hill, came up with the football. And I got to say, I'd kick that deep, Kyle.
I don't understand that. I don't think you're playing. You want to pin them deep there. I mean, we had a chance to get the ball in our defense, but I don't know if I like that call.
But first down and 10 for First Coast from the 44-yard line, which is where they recovered the onside kick. Kennedy on the field, no backs in the backfield. They're going to throw the football. Kennedy looks to his left, fires one deep down there. He's got a receiver into Wildcat territory. Catch made, and he goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So that play is going to go for 14 plus 6, 20-yard pass play on first down, and only about 4 seconds off the clock. 59 seconds remain in the game, and the clock stopped as the receiver went out of bounds. Oh, boy. Now you're going to get a Wildcat timeout.
Yeah, we need to regroup. I don't know. We're rushing 3 guys. We're trying to play zone, and our guys really don't know what they're doing right now.
Well, you got to go back to the kickoff here, Kyle, and I'm not one. We don't question coaching, but my goodness, I'd have kicked that thing deep.
Yeah, I think the same thing, Mike. I'm going
situation. So right now you're looking at first down and 10 for First Coast from the Wildcat 36-yard line. And you got great news is the field goal is not something we're really worried about.
I don't know, Mike. The way this year's been, we've talked about they'll probably hit a field goal to beat us at the end. Jeez.
I mean, they try. So just to make sure people know what I'm talking about, they tried a 33-yard field goal early in the ball game, and the kicker is a left-footed guy. It wasn't blocked, but it was well short. So their range is maybe 25, maybe less. First down play, Kennedy straight back to drop. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to scramble out of there, and Kennedy's going to run to the sideline and get hit over there on the far sideline. He gained about 8, maybe 9 yards. And that's the play you're worried about, because Kennedy's the guy that can beat you with the arm or the legs.
This all comes back, man. That this field position we got from the kickoff, Mike. They're inside the 30-yard line right now.
They're at the 27. It's second down and 1. 49 seconds on the game clock, and the clock stopped as Kennedy went out of bounds on the play. Second down and 1, and a timeout again. The Wildcats are going to call a timeout. They're not happy at all with the defensive formation. And I don't know how many timeouts we've got left, but that was two consecutive plays.
Yep. Hey, I would like to tell you what a football game tonight, but it's been sloppy on both sides. We're just hoping to get out of here with a win tonight, and we're on our toes here with 49 seconds left.
Well, I mean, the defense has just got to step up right here. You just need a play. You just need one play. And the defense can step up right here and win the game for the Wildcats. They've got the 20-19 lead on the scoreboard. We've got a 1-point lead. First Coast has got it. Second down and 1 from the 27-yard line. The first down's not really the most important thing here. You got to keep them out of the end zone. Wildcat defense going to dig in here. 49 seconds to go in the ball game. Kennedy is going to be isolated in the shotgun. No backs in the backfield for First Coast. They've got 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. 5 receiver formation here. And the Wildcats almost came into the neutral zone. Second down play. Kennedy takes the snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to scramble to his left, and it's going to be tipped away at the line of scrimmage, an incomplete pass. So really a break right there for First Coast, because if that ball is not deflected, it might be an intentional grounding. But you don't get that call because the Wildcats were able to bat it away, so it's just going to be 3rd and 1.
If I'm Baker County and the Wildcat coaches up here, I think I'm putting pressure on this guy. You can't let 7 back there just run around and find somebody to throw to. Somebody's going to get open. You got to do what we just did. Send pressure. Somebody's got to make a play.
And they did. They had great pressure on Kennedy that time. They bottled him up. He was not able to scramble out of there. So you got to do the same thing. Defense just got to make 2 more plays here. 3rd down and 1. Now, if they have a timeout, I'd think about running Kennedy here to get the first down and then reset. Yeah. But let's see what First Coast will do. 3rd down play. Kennedy looks to throw. He's going to fire one left side. A catch made. No, incomplete. Incomplete on the far sideline, and it's going to be 4th down. Yeah. They were just trying to get a ball control possession on that sideline over there to get the first down. I don't like that play call, Kyle.
I don't either. I'm running it there too, Mike. I'm with you on that one.
I mean, if they've got a timeout, you run it straight ahead and call the timeout, but they did not do that. They elected to throw it, and now it's a real opportunity for this Cat defense to get them off the field here. 4th down and 1, 34 seconds to go in the ball game.
I'm finding a way to put 5 on number 7 here. 5 needs to be spine 7. 7's going to run this football.
4th down play. Kennedy in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's going to run it straight to the left. Wildcats looking for a hold, but Kennedy's going to scamper out of there and get downfield about 6 yards, and he'll get a first down.
Oh, man. He got the edge way too easy right there, Mike.
He went straight to the edge, and his goal was to get out of bounds. They might be out of timeout, Kyle. I don't know. I know they called at least 2. But 28 seconds on the clock now with the clock stopped. The ball at the 22 of the Wildcats. That was a 5-yard gain for Kennedy, and the first down was the most important thing on that play. Now they're going to send somebody back there to block with Kennedy, so they keep him back in the field to block now for Kennedy as the Wildcats were bringing pressure. 1st down and 10. Kennedy takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's going to throw it short of the receiver over here as the Wildcats had pressure coming from Taz Kinghorn, and it forced an early throw from Kennedy that time, and he was unable to find his receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10 with 22 seconds on the clock.
Yep, and I'll tell you, Mike, you still got to come at this guy. Do not rush this guy with 3 guys and let him run around. He's too good. Somebody will get open. I'd put pressure on him again.
You want a drama in this ball game? We've got it. 22 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10 for First Coast inside the Wildcat 25. They've got to score a touchdown or kick a short field goal to win the ball game. But only 22 seconds on the clock. Some confusion on the First Coast side. They've only got 5 seconds to snap the ball. 3, 2, there's the snap. Kennedy straight drop. Fires one toward the right corner of the end zone. The receiver makes the catch at the 2-yard line, and he's out of bounds over there, and they're going to stop the clock at the 2. 15 seconds to go, and they've got the ball at the Wildcat 2-yard line. Kennedy just threw a back shoulder throw that time. They had 2 receivers in the area. The receiver came back to make the catch, Kyle, and the Wildcat defense is going to have to push them back here.
Yep, we got 15 seconds left here. You know 7's getting the ball.
Oh, 7.
I'm selling out, Mike. I'm selling out the 7 right here.
You got to just send every Wildcat defender at 7 here. He's the only guy, I think, on that side that can beat you. And you got to go after him right here from the 2-yard line. 1st down and goal for First Coast. And he's just running it straight ahead, and 7's going to bowl over the Wildcats, and he goes into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for First Coast. They've broken the Wildcats back here as they've taken it with 1 minute to go in the ball game, and they drove right down the field and scored. And with 5 seconds on the clock, the First Coast sideline has erupted, and they've taken a 25-20 lead. Yep. Bullet. The last chance for the Wildcats is going to be a kickoff return with 5 seconds on the clock. And then Kennedy was the guy, Kyle. He called his own number. They were at the 2-yard line. He went straight ahead, and he went into the end zone.
Yeah, this one's going to sting. For a while, I think, and it all goes back, I think, to the call with the onside kick. I don't understand that at all. Like I say, that's why we're up here, but I don't know why you don't kick that ball deep.
2-point conversion. Kennedy fires one to the right side over here, and it's going to be incomplete, out of bounds, but the 2-point conversion doesn't matter unless we run the kickoff back and score the touchdown. The fourth touchdown of the night for First Coast. They only got one extra point. That's why they've got 25 on the board. The Wildcats with 20. And we're down by 5 with only 5 ticks of the clock remaining. I got to tell you, Kyle, I agree with you on the kickoff. But we've seen 200 penalty flags tonight, and First Coast just went down the field and not one flag on that last drive. How does that?
I'll be honest with you, on the big fourth down call, Mike, I thought he got the edge. I thought Kinghorn got held, and hey, didn't get the call. But
that's the way football is, man.
That's it. And hey, hats off to First Coast. They went down and made a play. And that Sevens made plays all night.
We said it. I mean, the only guy on the field that could beat you for them was Seven. And he just he took that drive over. He really did. And they're ahead. 5 ticks of the clock remaining, and the Wildcats have one chance here to maybe run one back, maybe break one, maybe just down it and run an offensive play. I don't know. I think the kickoff option is the best option that we have.
Yeah,
Here comes the kickoff. 5 seconds to go. 83's got his foot into it. He kicks it high and far to the sideline. We're going to return it from the 22. Now we're going to throw it back. Gibbons has got it now at the 20. The clock's going to run out. The Wildcats are just trying to scramble around. There he goes. Gibbons got the sideline to the 35. Flag down. He's going to be tackled at the 40. So depending on the flags here, there may be an untimed down, but there's zeros on the clock. We'll just have to check the penalty flag and see what this is. If the penalty's on First Coast, then the Wildcats would get a chance. If it's on the Wildcats, the game's going to be over. First Coast has come back with a minute to go here and taken the lead with a 25-20, and now the officials are sorting out the penalty. There's 2 penalties because he threw the flag and then he threw his hat.
Yeah, if they're all set, that'll be the ball game.
Or it could be a re-kick. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, we've gotten it wrong before tonight. So we'll see what they say. First Coast is ready to shake hands on the far sideline. They think the game's over. The Wildcats are hoping for one more play. So we sit and wait. Kyle, how was the hamburger?
It was very good. Mr. Wilder and the band, Wildcat Band, thank y'all for feeding us up there tonight.
The officials are asking Coach Kennedy if he wants to decline, so I don't know. We might get an untimed down here, Kyle. Face mask is against First Coast, so these might be offsetting penalties. They're asking.
I don't think they know what they're doing, Mike.
I don't. They're asking Coach Kennedy, so we're going to get an untimed down here, Kyle, because they wouldn't be asking Coach Kennedy anything if he didn't have an option.
Is it his choice to re-kick or untimed down?
I think he has a choice to re-kick this, is what I would think. But you're either going to take an untimed down here, or you get an option at getting the kickoff, and Coach Kennedy's got to make a decision here. Back it up 5 yards and let them re-kick. I wish it was easy, but right now it's clear as mud on what they're actually talking about here. We had a block in the back against the Wildcats and then a face mask against First Coast. So both of those would be live action penalties, which would be offsetting, right? We've already established that tonight. So Coach Kennedy's decision would be to re-kick or to take an untimed down.
We're going to get one play right here. That's what he's telling the sideline now.
So the Cats are going to put the ball in play. They'll mark it off. They'll mark off the block in the back to the 27-yard line. So from there, the Wildcats will have one opportunity. So what happened here is that the Wildcats declined the face mask penalty, which allowed them to mark off the penalty on the Cats. But in that scenario, Kyle, I wouldn't think the offense would get another chance.
Yeah. Kind of a crazy rule we got, I guess. Hey, I've learned a lot tonight.
Yeah. So in that scenario, with the Wildcats declining, I wouldn't think we'd get an untimed down, but they're giving us one. I don't know if anybody knows.
All right, we got one play here, Mike. We do know that. They're about to run it. So.
From the 27, registers in the shotgun, one play for the Cats. That's all we've got. No time on the clock. We're going to send 5 receivers out there. Register's got time. He throws one deep down the middle of the field. The ball is going to be tipped away, and the ball is going to fall incomplete. And so after all that, it doesn't matter if the penalty was declined. It doesn't matter what happens. The Cats fired one down here, and we go incomplete. The Wildcats are going to lose 25-20 here to the First Coast Buccaneers.
Yep, just like I said, Mike, this is going to be a tough one to swallow tonight. We had this game won with a minute left, and hey, got to regroup. We got districts next week, so.
Yeah, hats off to the Wildcats for fighting to the end. I tell you what, the Wildcats, like you said, we had the game won with a minute to go. We had to kick it back to First Coast, and Kennedy kind of took over that last drive. They were able to go down and get a touchdown, and First Coast is going to walk out of here with a 25-20 win. But the Wildcats will take it to Baldwin next week. That's the games that matter. We've already talked about the fact that the districts are how you get in the playoffs at the end of the year. The Wildcats with a good chance. You know, we got a good chance to run some wins off in the district, but it starts with cleaning up some of the penalties that we saw tonight. It starts with, you know, believing you can win. I really hope that they were going to get out of here with the confidence and the momentum leaving this field tonight to go and take that with them to Baldwin next week, but now you kind of got to regroup.
Yep, you got to regroup again, man, and it's going to be tough for the coaching staff to get these boys to regroup again, but you do got a district game coming up next week.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction and remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Living life together. We're 97.5, the beacon of Baker County.